there has to be a line where it's drawn. There's some type of society of morality that affects the relationship that you're in. For example, like
right.
And maybe I might be reaching here, but at some point, society there was, child brides. That was perfectly normal until society said no, that is wrong for you to marry a child, and then there was a law that came behind it.
Right.
Look, I've been thinking about this, listening to everything everyone's been saying, right, and discussing.
I think society has an impact on. Society should have an impact. Just because you say it's okay with the two people, well, if we feel okay with it, then everybody else should be okay with it. That's not always the case. Incest,
so
that's another one.
My dad was
your brother and your half sister or whatever, and be like, well, if we fell in love with each other, we're half siblings. That society shouldn't care. No,
right.
That's wrong.
Right. So my dad was 5 years older than my mum, and I remember growing up as a kid, right, when I was really young, asking those questions, like, oh my God, you're 5 years older than my mum. And I used to think that the age gap was massive when I was young, when I was young. And I thought that was quite a large age gap. 5 years, but I've come to realize, look, I think an age gap is okay. One of my aunties and uncles have a large age gap, like a 20-year age gap between them. So and I've got cousins, and they're in a happy relationship. They've been married for a long time. Like, so it's different. But one thing I've come to realize is it comes down to the individual and what you're trying to achieve from your relationship. It's the individual. The age gap is only a small part of, in my opinion, the relationship that you're trying to withhold or trying to hold down. Like, what are you trying to achieve? Like, do you really want to get married and spend the rest of your life with this person? And if they're younger than you, are they at your same level of maturity? If they're at your same level of maturity, then you can find some kind of agreement and you can live down a happy, long-lasting relationship for a very long time. But personally, I don't think I could date down now and more than 5 years younger than me, because I feel that after 5 years younger, then I start reaching into the Gen Z age like craziness period where I'm like, look, I don't want to date any of you lot. I want to date like more mature people now. I want to date people probably a little bit older than me, actually. So I don't know if that makes any sense, what I just said.
I see.
No, that last part. Yeah, that last part. That last part. I can see where you're coming from.
I seen Tizzle rub his hands earlier. Somebody better duck.
Go on, Tizzle.
Coley coming in.
No, nobody. The Georgia game is on, and Georgia's on. That's why he's all excited. Georgia's
Lord.
Bulldogs and Alabama. Georgia Bulldogs.
Wait. Real quick. Are they in a bowl right now?
SEC championship.
Yep, SEC championship.
Hang on. One sec, because I'm going to log off in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to log off in a minute, right? Now, this is the last thing I'm going to say.
All right.
This has been on the tip of my tongue, right? Over in the USA, in America, in 2026, I think I mentioned it last time, you're going to be hosting the FIFA World Cup, okay?
Yes, we are! I'm so excited!
Right, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm hoping, right, this is going to help to glorify and, bring our countries together. In fact, it would be great if I can come out there on a sports visa. I looked this up as well. Right, a sports visa, I can get one. Now, hear me out, right? The FIFA World Cup soccer, or we call it football, but you call it soccer. Right? It's going to be the most amazing, biggest sports event that we've ever seen in the entire course of history. It's being hosted between America, Canada, and Mexico. Right? It's a three-way split. It's going to be amazing, right? And you need to start getting prepared for it, because this is going to be one of the best sports events ever. And that's the last thing I wanted to say because I really have to go. And I've got bacon and eggs and baked beans and toast.
Oh
eat.
man,
And
that man said he got the tocino.
hasta luego, me gusta mucho, porque tú eres, sí.
All right.
Buenas noches, buenas noches, buenas noches.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
See you later, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Do that thing. Kick me out.
This isn't good for your back. I brought this on myself.
All right. No, Mark is always a good sport, man.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, shout out to Mark.
And Mark, if you look back at this thing, I just want to tell you that some of us are prepared as of last week. As of this tape day.
What is
So,
that?
Shit like that.
And
Shit like that.
shout out to Paloma. Mark looking for you, Paloma. Come
Yeah.
on back, Paloma. Mark looking for you.
He said, "Donde es mi paloma? Where's my pigeon?"
Where's my pigeon?
No, because Paloma is a name, but Paloma means pigeon in Spanish.
oh snap!
Just like you know, Enrique Iglesias, the singer.
Oh yeah.
Well, Iglesia, his last name is a Spanish word. It means church.
Ooh, didn't know
Like
that.
Iglesia means church.
The more you know. I sure didn't know
Well,
that.
I mean, that's what happens when you grow up kind of Latino. Well, I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of merengue music. It's when I moved to Texas that I started hearing a bunch of slow stuff like Tejano, bachata, norteño, ranchera. But I grew up mainly hearing merengue and reggaeton. That's mainly what I heard. But as far as all the other slow stuff, I didn't hear that until I started coming to Texas.
Merengue reggaeton. So you want Bad Bunny to perform at the Super Bowl?
No.
You don't want Bad Bunny? No. You say you like reggaeton. I'm all for it.
Look.
You don't want Bad Bunny to be. You don't want
That's going to be a whole nother debate for a future episode.
Look,
Oh,
that's
my
just like
goodness.
you. That's just like me saying I like rap, but then you ask me what I want Cardi B to perform. No, I don't.
For real. Absolutely.
Actually, I would like Cardi B to perform in the Super Bowl. Why not?
Stop the cap.
You know what?
Why? Because
You know,
why?
you know, I
Because
got
she's
something to
Dominican
add
like
to
you.
that.
Yeah, we half sister. She's half Dominican.
Oh, she
Now,
really
now,
is.
okay.
cousin.
Now I did a listening party live, and I actually reacted to her whole album. And out of that whole album, there's only really one song I like.
And what's that?
Bodega Baddie. That's the only song I like. Because she got a merengue sample on it.
Hey, I understand.
That's why.
Yeah, I do.
Merengue.
Other than that, you're just gonna hear her talk about booty and like booty and
I mean, things that
I can't say on here.
Well, no, she had a couple songs on there that were like, okay, this is pretty decent. But then it's like when I start to give her the benefit of the doubt, she just takes me right back to the degeneracy, and I'm like, come on, man.
So you rather listen to Megan? You rather listen since she's from Texas too?
You say what?
So you rather listen to Megan?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
She's from Texas
No.
too.
Absolutely not. Nope. Megan Thee Stallion gets no
always
play
talks
over here.
about sex and nothing else other than sex.
Not only
Right.
that, she lied on Tory Lanez. So no, we not rocking with her. We're not rocking with her.
Wait, who? Megan? Hell no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
No
I'm
Meg.
saying Megan because she's from Texas. I don't know.
No, Carmen. No
Is she
Meg.
from San Antonio?
I don't give a
No,
fuck.
I know she's from
she
Texas.
was
Oh,
born
she
in
was
San
Houston.
Antonio. Yeah, she was born in San Antonio.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. But as far as her, like, nah. No me gusta mentirosas. Nope. Because she lied on Tory Lanez. But anyway,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and we kind of got
Back
off on
to
a tangent, but
business.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Sorry.
so
Move on to the next topic.
all right, so Mr. Chisel, how do societal judgments and stereotypes impact couples with large age differences, and how can partners navigate or diffuse that pressure?
I know you got a good answer.
I feel like probably just by not listening to what motherfuckers got to say. I mean, if it's like, I don't know if you said it earlier, Coley, but like, if I mean, I'm kind of different on the age gap. Like, if somebody 20, probably like, I don't know, 25, another person in their 30s, and I feel like it shouldn't really matter. They doing what they doing. I mean, the easy way they could really honestly diffuse the pressure is, I mean, just not letting that shit get to their head. I feel like it's way easy said and done. Uh, because when you have people in your business, I feel like it kind of stir up the pot with like shit and like, you know, they don't mix well together. So I mean, um, it's something my dad would say. This makes me feel like that shit.
And your sound is kind of like muffled.
You say it's muffled.
Well, and that's good now. It's just a couple seconds ago it wasn't coming through right.
Oh damn! What the fuck?
Yeah, you were kind of sounding like this.
That's a Boondocks reference. If you know, you know.
Oh no, that's a
No,
Peanuts reference.
Yeah, it's from Charlie Brown.
Oh damn! I thought.
Yeah, it's the teacher from Charlie Brown.
What the fuck?
All right, so you know what? I guess I'll go ahead and give my perspective on this so that way we can keep the show pushing. Okay, so how do societal judgments and stereotypes impact couples with large age differences? I think that societal judgments and stereotypes impact couples with large differences in a lot of different ways. Because a lot of those judgments are coming from a lot of different perspectives. And I think that the root cause of it is that people are in a position to where they're from the outside looking in and they're trying to understand the intricacies of a relationship that they're not a part of. So since they have trouble trying to understand it, they'll either make fun of it or talk down on it. Because I started to understand that we as human beings, we laugh at things that we don't understand. Like in a general sense, we either laugh at it or we try to shun it. So we don't understand it right away. It's hard for us to accept it. So I think that a lot of human beings take that approach when you're trying to analyze something that you're not a part of and you don't understand and you don't have any control over it, right? So it's like in Coley's case, in Tizzle's case, and in Carmen's case, I can't dictate the age difference that you have in a partner. I don't have no control over that, right? Now I could have conversation and ask questions to try to understand it and, you know, have a better understanding of, you know, what's going through your head or whatever. But as far as me trying to control it, I can't. See what I'm saying? So that's why me personally, I don't judge people that are in age gap relationships. I just don't. As long, like I said earlier, as long as they're two consenting adults and they got shared interests, maybe not shared interests, but maybe like shared values and shared whatever works for them, it works for them. And I think that it's not for the rest of the world to understand. I think that it's just between them. So whatever Carmen got going on with hubby at the house, con esposo, that's their business. I can't say anything bad about him and I can't say anything bad about her because they came together and they put their heads together and they figured out and had conversations and discussed what works for them. So whatever they figured out that works for them, cool. It is what it is. Now you're going to have people that look at it from the outside like, oh, why is she with him? Or why is he with her? Like on the last show. You're going to have people that judge it based on the fact that it's interracial. You're going to have people that judge it based on the fact that it's an age gap. You're going to have people that judge it based on the fact that, well, they think that they should be with that person. So they'll hate just for that reason, right? because there will be instances where, like in Carmen's husband's case, you'll see women that think that he's the type of man that they deserve, but then they'll hate because somebody else already got him. See what I'm saying?
That's true. That's
and
true.
then another way that society puts pressures and judgments on people is she's happily married, right? But then you got a lot of other women that are bitter and single. So what are they gonna do? Girl, I don't know what you see in him. Like, why are you with him?
Exactly.
They'll start trying to nitpick and trying to get in her head and trying to put pressure on her to trick her out of her position. See what I'm saying?
It's because they want them low with them.
Right. And so, I would argue that the same thing happens with us guys too, right? So,
you know what? To respond to Alpha from an earlier comment that he had put, those are the type of people that are dick policing. Not necessarily not necessarily people who are like old and bitter and all this other stuff. Those are the people, those that are, you know, looking from the outside in or whatever, just because you know shit with them ain't going like how they want it or whatever, or they want to bring someone else down with them and all this other stuff. Those are the people who are old and bitter, not us for talking about it, because topics like this actually needs to be talked about, because people are actually scared to talk about this and many other conversations. That's why this show is here, so we can talk about this shit, because we're not scared. We're not scared of it. You know,
exactly. Well, because we live in a society now where I think that freedom of thought is kind of rallied against. I think that there's a concerted effort to try to suppress freedom of thought, right? And so, like I was about to say earlier, on the guy side, guys will judge a situation between a man and a woman based on something that they don't understand as well. And so, instead of trying to understand how the guy got the girl, they'll hate on the guy, or they'll try to hate on the girl to try to drive a wedge between them. You see what I'm saying? So I think that guys can be low down and dirty and be backstabbing too. They do it a lot. They'll hate. Guys will hate on guys too. Yeah, it happens.
I think that happens more with women though. Because who was it? I think it was Chris Rock that said in one of his stand-up that said women will look at their girlfriend's husband and said, "Oh, I wish I would." Men would look at their wife's husband or something, or wives or whatever, and say, "Oh, I hope I can find a woman like so and so's wife." And then vice versa, the women look at, "Oh, I want him. I want that husband. I want a husband like." It was something like that. I think.
No. It was like this. So if my homeboy got him a good girl that takes care of him, the guy will look at that and say, "Man, I need me a woman like her."
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, if a woman sees that she got a good man that's taking care of her, she says, "Oh, I need him."
Right. Yeah. That's what. Yeah. It was somebody who said that. Yeah.
Well, because
I see that from women,
right,
more than men.
Well, I think in my opinion, women don't really have an honor code when it comes to boundaries of relationships the same way men do. They don't respect the code, and they don't have boundaries.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, but at the same time, men pass around women all the time. I mean,
but are they in a relationship with them? That's the difference.
No, they're not.
See,
it's like the pass around, but y'all will pass around the same woman because y'all know she a pass around. Like, I mean, well, not y'all in the panel.
Right.
I think y'all met somebody like, "Oh, homeboy smash, yeah, she easy. Go ahead, bro."
Yeah, but watch this. But from the guy's perspective, you don't want to be the simp that actually claims her. You don't want to be that dude.
Any YNs watching, you better take notes.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. So
you don't
when
want to be the guy that falls for the hoe.
exactly. You know, I'll say it like this. Perfect example. You don't want to go out like Kanye West. Learn from Kanye West.
Oh,
Kanye West? Who are you talking about? Kim K?
Yes.
yeah. And for that
She belongs to the streets.
and for that matter, Ray J. Let's put him in the equation.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Everybody knows that Kim is for the streets, right?
Mhm.
A couple of guys tried wifing it up and it didn't work. And
You
Kanye
can't.
West thought he was the special one. Oh, I can change her. I can fix her. And guess what? He got his life ruined behind her. See what I'm saying?
And what's the classic phrase? You cannot.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, you can't turn
That
her
too.
into a
You
housewife.
cannot
You
turn
just
a
can't.
hoe into the housewife.
But
no
Yeah,
matter
you
how hard
can.
you try.
Yeah,
But
you can. If she moved to another state. I know plenty of hoes that have to leave out the states. She moved and she a brand new person.
no, but
She
that
got ran
no,
through in Georgia. She moved to another state and she a brand new person.
that doesn't count.
Nah.
That doesn't count. That's just like saying you wear a certain type of makeup in Georgia, but then if you go to California, you switch up the makeup and now you're a different person.
Trying to switch up the makeup and
Yeah,
then
it
trying to
doesn't-
lay up and
yeah,
then
it
we look
doesn't-
back like,
it
hold on,
doesn't-
what the
It kind
fuck?
of does matter because if they don't know you a hoe, are you really a hoe?
Man, look, if you rebuild the engine,
But
look,
what if
hold
they
on.
find out?
Look, if you rebuild the engine on a car, does it turn the miles back?
Does it? I don't know. Maybe.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not at all.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But in all seriousness though, like with guys, when we look at women or like when we're out, mixing and mingling or whatever, we know which women we would consider to be wife material that we would give the relationship and the commitment to and have, set up boundaries and set up a stronghold around her. And then everybody else is just whatever. Like men are picky about the type of woman that they wouldn't mind giving their last name to or taking home to meet mom. They don't do that with just any and everybody. You see what I'm saying? Like men are extremely picky about a woman that he wouldn't mind laying down his life for.
See.
We're very, very picky about that. So if a man is willing to lay down his life for you, or he's putting up boundaries and saying, hey, baby, I'm kind of uncomfortable with that. I'm not really cool with you hanging out with those girls over there because, they got this and this and that going on. It's not him trying to control you. It's him giving you insight into something that you may not have been thinking about.
Man, drop a sonic ring for this guy.
That's what I'm saying. Because think about it, because women typically move off of their emotions. So when it comes to couples with large age differences, I think that also plays a factor because older guys tend to be not all older guys, but older guys in general tend to have a different level of peace and calmness about them, and they don't get worked up so easily. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we've been through a lot of experiences that help shape us in terms of our emotional control and how we process events that happen to us. Right. So that plays a huge role and it plays a huge factor when we're dealing with a woman, because if a dangerous situation comes up, you want to be able to know and trust and feel that, my man going to make sure that we make it out all right. Now, if you're spazzing out and I'm spazzing out, well, we don't know what's going on. Anything could happen and things can go left. You see what I'm saying? So that's not diffusing any pressure. That's adding to it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But then on the flip side, it doesn't necessarily work out the same way. If you have the older woman and the younger guy, it doesn't necessarily work out the same way. Because the roles are being flipped. But as far as how partners can navigate or diffuse pressure, I think that Coley and Carmen were right. And you need to sit down and have a conversation and figure out where you agree, figure out where you disagree, figure out things that you could work on, figure out things that are deal breakers, figure out things that'll work, establishing a set of boundaries, and just having decent conversation. Make sure that you're communicating certain things, and then make sure that the two of you have a similar vision. You may not agree on everything, but as long as you have a similar vision and you're able to work through your issues, I think that's how you diffuse the pressure and navigate. That's my take on that.
Hey, I'm finna cook the fuck out this Sonic sample. I'm telling you, boy.
All right. Okay, so does anybody else have any other thoughts on this one before we keep it pushing?
Oh no, let's roll it.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, if you are just now tuning in to the live stream, make sure you give the stream a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow us on all our social media sites. And if you want to join in on the live action, either sound off in the chat or click the link that's pinned to the top of the chat. That way you can get in on some of this action. All right. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and keep this pushing. Now, this is the part where it's about to get a little spicy. All right. Y'all ready? Yes.
Parental discretion advised.
Yes. It's about to get a little spicy right now. Okay. Let's go.
Truth is, a lot of dudes who are like 45, 50 years old who refuse to date women their age, they don't do so because they prefer young women and how they look. Because let's be real, it's a lot of 40-something-year-old women that'll give these 20-something-year-old girls a run for their money. But it's because of the mental aspect. Like, as a guy gets older, the one who wants to play games, by the way, who's like 40-something, 50 years old, he remembers it being easier to play those games whenever he was like 20. Because women in that age group, they're more on hope than they are experience. But experience is the best teacher. So as he gets older, he's trying to date women his age. They're like, no. I've seen your kind before. Like, I've lived the proof that you're here to waste my time. And I ain't going. So now he gonna go out here talking about how he prefers younger women because older women his age are full of baggage and they're bitter. And that's like, nah, they ain't full of baggage and bitter. They have a BS detector, so they're harder to manipulate. And manipulative men don't like that.
All right, so that's video one, and I'm gonna play one more.
You can be right all you want to. Men control access to marriage. And one of the major reasons that older women are getting passed over for younger women is you're too masculine. You're too bossy. The older you get, the more money you make, the more education you have, the more resources you get, thereby inflating your estimation of yourself. But that estimation is not your sexual marketplace value. It is going down. That man, if he can meet your high standard, he can meet a lot of other women's standard as well. And here's the problem. There are hundreds of you, thousands of you. Why should he pick you over the one that can carry her own babies at 24 or 25 or 26 who are willing to get on his program, who don't have as many expectations as a woman your age?
All right. All right. So with that being said, we got another question. What advantages or unique strengths do age gap relationships offer that same age couples might overlook? What advantages or unique strengths do age gap relationships offer that same age couples might overlook? Now, I played those two videos to give you the perspective from both sides.
Well, with Derek Jackson, I don't know who's listening to Derek Jackson for relationship advice. I mean, like when I saw his face pop up, I was like,
"Oh my god!"
All right.
Yeah.
fake ass dating guru who was cheating on his wife the entire damn time. All right. Anyway, that's the
Uh-oh.
That's tough.
What advantage?
Speaking of BS detector, go ahead.
I know, right? That full blown BS. One advantage. Let's start off with kids. A lot of men out here I think, prefer a younger woman,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
or a younger woman to have kids with.
Okay.
Of course. Why would you be checking for a 40-year-old woman and you try to be established, you try to have kids, and try to build your legacy? Why the hell would you want to go to a 40-year-old woman to do that with? For what possible reason? No. It's called a geriatric pregnancy. So yeah, I think a lot of men do that, and that's an advantage of over having the same age couples. Another advantage is, don't men die before women? Men die before
typically, typically, yes. Typically,
right.
yes.
So men die at a younger pace than women. So that's another reason why. Like you're gonna. That's very morbid for me to say, but you're gonna leave this earth before your woman does. So
well, we came into the earth before she did. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So yeah. And also too, I think it's financially, as a lot of same age couples, they build each other up, because like I stated earlier, the reason why a lot of women are attracted to older men is because a man is already established and they know who they are. You're not necessarily going to find that with another man who is the same age as you.
Okay.
And a lot of times with that same, I guess, the same approach, don't they always say that women mature faster than they do men? So you might be the same age as your man, but maturely speaking, mentally speaking, you're older than he is, because the maturity level is not there at the same age.
Oh.
So I think you just match better with an older man.
Okay, so then Carmen. So if I take it back to this, then when does an age gap become a concern, and when is it simply another relationship preference?
When it becomes a concern is that the like I said before, at what stage did you meet him? Because you can have the age gap of 10 years, but if the age gap between 10 years is between you 18 and 30, that's different. As opposed to you're 30 and he's 40. That's two different stages of life.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw a caveat in here. So you mentioned that it depends on the stage of life that they met each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's say you have a guy that's 27, he's in college, but he met a woman that was 19 and she was in college and they go to the same school together.
No.
Is that cool?
No, that's not cool, because she's 19. No.
Well, you said it depends on the stage of life that they met. So they're both working on themselves.
Yeah, but the 27, yeah, but the 27-year-old is on the way out of college into a grown-ass man. The 19-year-old's just starting.
Well, you don't know what that guy's studying for, because he might be studying to be a doctor or something like that, and it takes a longer time than her.
But even if that was the case, you're still 19. You don't know what things in common or what interests are you going to have? What, like what you said earlier, what morals or what values are you going to have with a 19-year-old? You don't even know what your values are at 19. I don't think you do.
This is why I said earlier. Yeah, but this is why I said earlier that if you sit down and have a conversation with one another and figure out what your overall long-term vision is, then the rest can work itself out. Because
if you don't have a vision at that point, you're 19. What vision are you? Just turned. You don't have
to
figure out what a vision is. So at that point, you are adopting his vision. Even if you are in a
relationship, wrong with that?
Talk about it up. You're adopting the man's vision, not your own. Because
what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that is that you don't have any input. You just you have no idea. You're just taking somebody else's thought and making them into your own, thinking that they're your own thoughts. Like they're not.
Aren't women supposed to be helpmeets to men?
They are supposed to be helpmeets to men, because at the end of the day, we are the beneficiary of your success. Helping you help us at the end of the day.
Okay.
But that's not the case when you're 19. Like, you're not thinking about that. You haven't even lived life yet. I just think that no. It's
okay. So then let me. Okay. So let me ask you a question on that then. So if your argument is that she doesn't know herself and she hasn't lived life yet, then what do you suggest she do in the meantime?
Stay by yourself.
So
Stay
that's the
alone.
so that's the
That's
alternative.
the alternative. Yes, because I'm not saying that you should just go out here and experience life because you need to figure out what, like, no, you can experience whatever it is you want to experience with one person, but you need to be by yourself and make sure that you can hold your own and make sure that you have your own thoughts and you're not manipulated by somebody else's thoughts. That's perfectly okay for you to have your own vision, your own voice. And when you meet somebody, you can meet them halfway. You can mold yourself into, and you can mold each other into figuring each other out. But you can't really do that if you don't have at least a set point.
Yeah, but if you're benefiting from the man's vision and the man's plan, then how much significance does your vision and what you bring make on the relationship? Does it bring a lot of significance or a little bit of significance?
It brings significance, yes. And not,
but how much?
Not a lot, but at least you know who you are.
No, go ahead.
Oh, no. But are you trying to make yourself? Because at this point, it's like, okay, are you trying to make yourself into somebody that he would want? Or is that something that you would want?
Well, think about it. If your argument earlier is that you understood that the younger woman would be able to bring you kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's it. But then that's going to be a shared vision and a goal that they both have, right?
Yes, but it's different if you're going to be 18 and 19 and be a mother. That don't make no sense. You could be 18 and 19.
So what's the difference between?
Should that mean that you should? No, I don't think anybody should be a mother at 18 and 19. What the hell do you know? You're a kid too. You're growing up too.
Wait a minute. So if they're seeking out leadership qualities in a man, and you said earlier that they're not going to really get that with a guy that's their age, then the only other option that they have would to be with an older guy, because if she's 19 or 20, you can't go much younger as the woman. So the only option you have is to go up.
May I chime in on this? And this
sure.
and this may. And
I mean, you made the argument yourself earlier.
Yeah, I did, but I don't think that is right for you.
So then what's the alternative?
The alternative would be just to chill out, focus on you, and do something about yourself when you're 18 and 19. Now, when you're a little bit older and you want to find an older man because that's what you match better, yes, but it's different. It's like a slippery slope. You can't be 18 and 19 and be checking for a 30-year-old. Like, that doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, but you know what doesn't make sense about that argument, though? Is because an 18 and 19-year-old could vote, she could buy tobacco, she could go work at the strip club, she could start an OnlyFans account, and she can enter the sex industry if she wants to, and no one says anything about
legally.
it. Right?
Yes. But that doesn't mean that's morally is right. Morally,
that's why.
It's not
well,
right.
that's why I don't argue morality. I'll argue reality.
There's a lot of things that we can argue morality versus legally, but just because you legally allowed to do something doesn't make it right.
But they still do it. That's the point. You see what I'm saying?
That is the
they
point.
still do
You're
it.
right.
So if we're okay and we can accept that they can make their own decisions for what they want and what type of job they do to make money, then why do we try to draw the line and step in and say and put boundaries on the age? Why? Like, why do we draw the line there, but she can bust it open at the strip club and everybody's cool with it?
It's not cool with it. That's what I'm saying. It's not. Morally, can she do it? Yes. Should she do it? No. And we can't argue that point because, yes, I think that just because something is legal doesn't make it right. Just because there's a law for it. Okay, well, we can't take you to jail. Like, it doesn't make it right. There's a lot of laws out here that are morally wrong. And you're right. Before the other point, there is something wrong with you if you're 40 and 30 years old and you're checking for a 19-year-old. That's a little weird.
Yeah, but again, those same younger ones, no one says anything about them having sugar daddies that are that age.
And yes,
no
they
one
do.
says nothing. No, they don't.
I guess they do. I think it's weird as hell. They think I'm like, oh, you just went for the money. Just the same thing as a cougar. Flip side, if you are a 40-year-old woman, why the hell are you with an 18 or a 19-year-old? That's weird. That makes you weird. That makes you ran through, and you should be checking for somebody who is close to your age. I guess we're not gonna. We're not gonna get to a point.
Shout out to my man Vibe. He says, "Oh wow, I'm sorry I missed this one. Being a man married to a woman 13 years younger." So that's kind of proving my point.
I want to invite Vibe in here to further explain what he just said in the chat.
Well, the link, hey Vibe, if you want to pull up, the link is pasted at the top of the chat, brother.
Please. Because I definitely want to hear that story.
No, but Coley, you said you wanted to chime in. Go ahead.
Yeah. Got it. So call this an optimistic response.
Okay.
But all right. So yeah. Going off of the reality handle here, right? Yeah. Now, morality, right? Yeah, we all think, okay, yeah, that's absolutely a no-go. But we go back to reality here. But we go back to reality. It goes back to what we were saying during that very heated icebreaker, or should I say ice melter, which is that if the two people consent to each other or whatnot, no matter how morally wrong it may be, there's nothing no one else can say about it, and there's no one else can say or whatnot. It's one of those. It's one of those. I guess you could say those 1980s phrases where you can be like, let them learn for themselves, and then if they fall down or whatever, then they'll come to us and they'll actually and then they actually come to us and tell us what's wrong and stuff like that. Then and only then they ask us about what the problem is and this, that, and the third. We could probably offer advice, but we can't do nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? But like to the point where you was I think you was talking about she being with an older man and her being a mom and whatever whoopty, right? Like so if the man is a very strong man, and what I mean by that, I mean here, very strong-minded, backbone, all that. You know what I'm saying? If he's guiding her to the best of his ability to become a proper mother and stuff like that, that should or a proper parent, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
That should be something that definitely should be shared or whatever along with whatever his aspirations and dreams and all that is. Now yes, at that tender age she may not know what she want to do and all this stuff, but again, that's where that strongness comes from. That's when he can help her out and try to figure out for her, although it may not be an easy process. I'm going to say that for the viewers that may think I'm going to say, oh, well, that shit just easy. No, it's not. It takes hard work. But
no, Coley, at that point, it's like if you're telling an 18 or 19-year-old, oh, she doesn't know who she is, I'm going to tell you who you are. You're molding her into a vision of
no. That's not what I'm saying.
And I agree with Vibe. Thank you, Vibe. Vibe right there says he met his wife at 30. And at 35, it's weird at 18. Yes, thank you. So see how they met? They have a 13-year-old age gap, but
he-
he met his wife at 30. That's an appropriate age, not at 18.
But
Oh,
here's
you're
what I'm
talking
saying.
about this right here?
Yeah. And then before that, he said it's weird as hell. It's weird for a 35-year-old to talk to a 30-year-old man, to talk to a 30-year-old man. Yeah, that is weird.
But
It's weird based on what though? Weird based on what?
Based on morals.
But I don't again.
What
You
do
can't.
Based on morals.
But
Okay,
again,
fine.
it's morality.
Let's not argue morals.
What
can
it's
you
morality
possibly
versus
have
reality
to talk
here.
about with an 18-year-old? What common things do you have if you're 30, 35 talking to an 18-year-old for? What do you have in common?
Are you wait? Hold on. Wait. I can answer. No. Are you supposed to have something in common?
Yes. You're supposed to have some type of something to have some type of relationship unless it's transactional. Unless you're looking for her just for purely entertainment and sexual, and she's looking for you just for purely financial gain. That's your relationship. She wants money. You want younger.
Okay, fine. Yeah, but you're skipping over the point I made earlier when I said that if the two of them sit down and have a conversation and figured out what their long-term vision and goals are, and if they have shared values, I don't see the problem.
But you don't have any values at that young age. You don't even know what your values are. So how can you sit down and have a conversation when you yourself don't know who you are or
Wait a minute. Hold
You're
on.
just adopting somebody else's values and agreeing with them. That's a little predatory.
Okay, well then by that logic, then your parents are predators because you adopted their values too.
No, I did not. They raised you. That's a different argument.
Hold on.
Do not compare
Shit like that.
a child relationship to a relationship between a man and a woman. That's two different things. That is your child. You're raising an extension of yourself. So yes, you are supposed to put in your values because they're an extension of you. You're not, if it comes to a relationship between a man and a woman and you sit down and have shared values, you're supposed to be equally yoked. You can't be equally yoked with somebody that doesn't know what the hell their values are. You just, at that point, you sit down and you're just agreeing with whatever the other person is telling you.
Okay, Carmen.
But what if they try to
wait, hold on, just real quick. I got this question for Carmen real quick, and then Coley, you got it. Were Adam and Eve the same age?
I don't really know.
Or was Adam older and Eve younger?
I have no idea. I really can't answer that. I don't know.
Did Eve come in with her own values, or did Adam tell her what the game plan was, and she followed?
Wasn't Eve created by Adam's rib? I don't really know strictly.
Exactly. So when she came in, when she came into the picture, it was a blank slate, and the only information that she got to add to the slate came from the man. That's why the woman was created to be the helpmeet to the man and assist.
I'm not arguing with that point. Absolutely, the woman should be created to be the helpmeet of.
Right. So then what's the problem with a man molding her to what he needs her to be? What's the problem?
He can mold her into what he wants to be, but the problem becomes is if you're taking advantage of somebody who doesn't even know. Who doesn't even know if the vision of that you have for that person is your vision or their vision. You got to take them into consideration. So I'm supposed to mold to yourself at 18 or 19 and you're 40. So I'm the vision that you want. But what about what I want? Maybe I don't want to be
but check this
that you have planned for me.
You're absolutely right. And at that age, you'd have a choice of whether you want to go along with it or not, correct?
You don't really have a choice at that point. You don't.
Well, the reason I say that is because the same logic applies when you're in high school and the military recruiters start showing up. They're not looking for people that are close to being 30. They're looking for 18-year-olds to try to recruit them and get them in the military.
And then they paint the picture, and then they find somebody, a young senior in high school, 17 and 2 months later they turn 18, or in the graduation year they turn 18, and they don't even want to go into the military. They were simply trying to, well, I don't know. Well, that sounds good. The paint you a picture, be like, hey, the military will take care of you, and as soon as you turn 18 next month, you can come and join us and do all of this. That's predatory behavior, because they don't know. You caught somebody in the middle of a life decision and you're painting this picture. What if they didn't want to go into the military? Now they stuck.
Well, it's voluntary.
Is it really? Is it very voluntary?
Yes.
No, because if it's voluntary, that
military service in the United States is not mandatory.
It's not mandatory.
In North Korea and Israel, it is.
But can you really? Oh, well, in North Korea,
North Korea it is, and in Israel it is.
Yeah, I think you're required to, like, after a certain age, you're required.
And I think in South Korea it's like that, because one of the members of that group, BTS, he had to do 2 years of mandatory service.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, I think it's mandatory in South Korea too to go into the military.
Because the overall point is this. The overall point is that we're clearly having this conversation because you expressed earlier that there are some advantages and strengths that age gap relationships offer that same age couples overlook. And you mentioned being together and having children. And Vibe came in and gave his anecdotal experience of an advantage that his age gap relationship had. Now, the numbers are irrelevant, but it doesn't change the gap. You see what I'm saying? And you even said earlier that when the same age couples are working together, a lot of times the guy doesn't necessarily have the leadership qualities and experience necessary for her to be able to look up to him and follow him. So no matter where you go, there's always going to be a power dynamic in one way or another. Like, you can't escape it. No matter how hard you try,
you can't escape it.
You can't.
I'm not saying that. You can't. You cannot, because the age is what it is. But I do disagree with you on the point where you said the numbers are irrelevant. They should be very much relevant. You can be at an age gap, but again, I keep saying the same thing. It matters at what point you met this person. And even though that you are legally going back to the military thing, yeah, it's voluntary, but is it really? Because you don't know any better, and you were presented with this vision that, hey, the military will take care of you, and it will take care of all your problems, and you say, well, sign me right up, but you don't know any better. It's not at the same level.
Well, but Carmen, if you want to go down that route, I can play that game with you, because I can say in general, no matter a woman's age, a lot of times they still make dumb decisions and don't know better.
True.
And that's why there's a saying. That's why there's a saying that says, "When you lie, women buy." That's why the majority of advertisements is geared towards y'all.
It's almost like saying, okay, I'm 18, right? A woman is 18, or even a man to be 18. Okay, they're 18 and their life circumstances, they don't have a place to stay, they're homeless, they're jobless, they're nothing. And they meet some 50-year-old, be like, hey, you're 18. If you be with me, I can offer you this, that, and the other. It's just because it's legal does not make it right. Is it voluntary then? Because in their life experience, or their circumstances that they're in right now, yeah, they're going to go towards there because they have no choice. So is it voluntary? No, they don't.
No, if you're not held, against, are they being held against their will?
Yes, kind of.
How?
In a way.
How?
Because of their circumstances. If the choice is, I don't want to be out here, if you're homeless, jobless, whatever, on drugs or whatever the hell it is you want to, your life choices, your life circumstances. If you're presenting with the choice of, I can either go with this 50-year-old man or 50-year-old woman, or go sleep under a bridge, being homeless, jobless, and I don't know, being unsafe, I'm gonna go with that. Do I want to? No, but the circumstances, yeah, I kind of have to. So it's a voluntary in a way that I can choose to, yes, but it's kind of you're choosing between a a hard place and a hard
A rock and a hard place.
Yeah, a rock and a hard place. Like,
all right, so Mo
it's
rebuttal.
weird. It's
so
the
Mo,
lesser of the two reasons.
right. So Mo rebuttal is sounding off in the chat. He's going crazy right now. Shout out to him. He says, give me one moral reason an 18-year-old shouldn't date a 30-year-old. Now you notice
gave you 3.
Wait, hold on. Now you notice that in this comment, he didn't put a gender in there. Give me one more reason. Give me one more reason an 18-year-old shouldn't date a 30-year-old. Be specific. Anybody?
Has he not been listening to me at all? I think I just gave him 3, regardless of the gender. You don't know who you are at 18 years old. What the hell? Your circumstances can change at 18 years old, regardless if you're male or female. Weird.
But what does that have to do with morals, though?
All of that has to do with morals, because morally you are wrong. Morally, it's looked down upon. Morally, if you're 30, a 30-year-old man or 30-year-old woman dating an 18-year-old man or an 18-year-old woman. Man, it looks like it's predatory. If you're a woman that's dating an 18-year-old, it's also looked as predatory. That's weird.
So do you think that the overall dynamic of leaders and followers is based on a predatory foundation, just in general?
Follow-up question: Who's going to get the hammer more on that topic, man or female?
I don't know why we're making this about a male or female. I think both of them are equally morally wrong, and I think society holds both genders equally wrong.
Yeah, but the societal pressure and judgment isn't the same.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, more. Yeah. Now there's one thing I will say. Morally, you absolutely right. It should be equal all the way around. It should be whether if it's a male, female, or straight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It should be looked at as it's immoral because of whatever reason we think it's immoral. Rather if it's maturity, rather if it's responsibility, whatever it is, right? But here's where society comes in. Who is going to get the hammer quicker? And I'm not purposely trying to make this male versus female or whatever.
Right.
I'm just going off of actual facts, because for years, not even years, centuries, who's going to get the hammer more quicker? The answer to that is the male. Why? Because hold on. It's gonna be shunned upon against a female. Against a male more quicker than what a female would, because of the fact. What's the number one thing they're gonna say? Men know better than to do this or whatever. Versus if a female would do it or whatever. It may not get the eye like that. But
why? And you know why? It's because, and you're completely right. It is society speaking. So the society says that it's, I guess, not celebrated, but the men will come down to harder first. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why that is really because of the men, because men are the ones that make it normal for older women to go after older men. Y'all do this all the time. Younger men, when it comes to losing their virginity, right? It's celebrated. It's celebrated. No.
Hey, well, hold on. Let her get it out. Let her get it out. Let her get it out.
It's celebrated among the men's culture. It's celebrated that a younger man gets an older woman, and it's from the oldest of time. Men always celebrated the fact like, oh, it's normal for you to lose your virginity to a 30-year-old at 16 years old. Go ahead. Yeah. You pat each other in the back. You got an older woman. That's celebrated beyond the men culture. And that's separate. It's separate. Women don't do that. Women say, oh, hey, cover up when your uncles come around. Cover up when your uncles come around. Cover up when when another older man comes around. They cover up. They show modesty. Because what you said about that, that's men's fault. That's because the men celebrate the fact that younger men get with older women. So that predatory behavior that is celebrated within the men, that's y'all created that.
But
wait, hold on. So wait. No, go ahead, Coley. Go ahead.
But the thing is, and I'm being equal with this. Women do the exact same thing too. The only difference is they're slick with it. They don't get caught with that shit more as much as men do. Like you can look on the new like you can look up old news stories right now or whatever, or you can look at the news right now. Like how many reports you're gonna hear? How many reports you're gonna hear about a man causing predatory stuff than a female would?
But that's because the very men don't hold other men. Y'all celebrate that. It's the same thing with the teachers. Y'all celebrate the fact that y'all celebrate nowadays.
Nowadays, as society has progressed, men have been getting on other men's cases because of the fact that they're trying to break what you call a generational curse to stop these predatory acts. I'm not disagreeing in saying that they didn't start this. I totally agree. But the thing is, as society progresses, men are getting on other men, or as some of us would say, that iron sharpens iron, right? They are not trying to sit. They're trying to break this generational curse into being these creepos and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
But it hasn't been traditional like that.
Yes, it has.
Hasn't been traditional like that. And now, and no, it hasn't. No, it hasn't.
There's biblical.
There's biblical. Have claiming like, oh, man.
There's biblical example. No, listen. There's biblical examples that can back that up.
Such as,
because in those old biblical times, you actually violated one of the commandments of the land if you were caught with a virgin girl that you weren't married with. They would stone the guy, because back in those times they valued virginity on a very high level. So they weren't out there just busting it open like that. There was very strict standards on the men. So if you want this young maiden, you have to marry her. That's just the way it was. Now, even in the biblical times, there was prostitution going on too.
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know that, right? But back in those times, prostitutes had their place in society just like virgin girls had their place in society. It's never changed. It's still the same to this day. The only difference is the way society is moving now, the women are actually shaming the ones that are saving themselves and praising the ones that are giving themselves away freely. That's the difference. Now, back in biblical times, if a man was caught with a virgin girl that he was not married to and trying to take her virginity from her, they would stone that man. Now, if you don't have to believe me, you can look that up. So the standards have always been to keep men in check. And that's how it's supposed to be, for good reason, right? We're the stronger gender physically and all this other type of stuff. So I understand having boundaries and restrictions on men to a degree. I get it. I get it 100%. But at the same time, if men are also tasked with being the leaders and the protectors and the providers of society, guess what? That comes with rules and you following instructions too. So society loves holding men accountable for our flaws and our shortcomings, rightfully so. But then when it comes to us delegating rules and tasks and establishing boundaries, people want to have a problem with it and say it's controlling and predatory. I disagree.
They got a problem with it. They better not get it twisted. This is only the beginning. Oh, God.
I call it
We
predatory
got
when
some
it comes
bars,
to way somebody younger. That's what it is. Because even in biblical times, we're not in biblical times anymore. So
Yeah, but we're still but men are still held to biblical standards. That's the point. Tell me I'm lying.
You're not lying. You are.
Oh, okay.
But we're not in biblical times, and back then women married out of just survival in general. So
I would argue they're still doing it now.
Yes, hoes and virgins got their place, but just because it's the age gap, we're arguing the age gap. Like I still say it's weird. It's not morally is wrong for you to be of a certain age to get with somebody at a certain age. Like that's wrong.
So then what's the number?
The number shouldn't. It's the stage of where you're meeting. You should not be a 30-year-old dating an 18-year-old. That's not normal. That's not normal. The age gap is 10 years. Fine. The age gap is always going to be there. That's just inevitable. All right.
Cool.
But it's not normal.
Okay, so actually it is. But I'm going to push back on that. So you said it depends on the stage of life that they meet. Yes. What stage of life are they supposed to meet each other? Not should, could, or would. Because when you say should, could, and would, what you're really saying is in a perfect world. But the world's not perfect. So at what stage of life are they supposed to meet each other? How do you decide it?
I guess you can't really. No, actually, you can. If you are a woman, you should. I would say. Think about my own stuff. Past the age of 21, at least. Past the age of 21, I will put it there. Fine, 21. If you want to put a set number on it, if you want to put a law on it.
Okay,
fine.
let's say
past the age of 21.
I'll give you a couple years. Let's say 23, 24.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
So then what do you think the age gap is supposed to be if there is one? In your opinion?
In my opinion, the age gap shouldn't exceed more than if you're meeting somebody at the age of 23 and 24, like you said. I think the age gap should be no more than 15 years. And 15 years is pushing it. 15 years would be the max.
So, okay. So if you're
that will make you what?
39.
24? Yeah. 24, 39? Yeah.
38 or 39.
Yeah.
So
then you was a
25-year-old,
24, 25, and you're 38, 39. Great.
So then what's the pushback about if she's 19 and you add 15 years to that and put the guy at 34?
The pushback is that she's the one that's 18 and 19 and you're 35 and 34. Same age gap, 15 years, but you met this woman at the age of 18 and 19 where she is still a teenager practically, as opposed to you meeting her at 24 and 25.
So
same age gap.
Okay, cool. So let's say I'm gonna go with that. I'll just put it strictly. I'll give it 25. Let's say woman's 25, add 15 years, the man's 40. You're okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So does that age gap relationship have similar benefits and advantages or different benefits and advantages to, let's say, a couple that's where they're both 25 or a couple where they're both 40? What do you think?
I think the advantages come to the 25 and the 40-year-old because of the same thing. The whole you want kids, your legacy, and at that point you're more the man is more established, therefore he can lead you to be more established yourself because you're a helpmate to your husband, to your mate, as opposed to the both of them being the same age. You're both the same age, you're both trying to figure life out. It's more not set to success because one,
it's more of a struggle.
It's more of a struggle because you're both trying to figure it out. As opposed to somebody that has already lived, they already have an idea. Okay, this is where we're going. This is what the goal is, and this is how we're going to get there. As opposed to, okay, we're figuring it out as we go along. Can that be a beautiful thing? I'm not saying that couldn't work out. Of course, you both build something that can very much work out.
Right.
But I think it's an advantage of having somebody who's older that's already been through that and already has an established and already knows where he wants to be, and you can follow them, as opposed to you both trying to figure it out at the same time together.
Okay, so if the 40-year-old dating the 25-year-old brings significantly more advantages, and I agree with you, by the way, I agree with that 100%, then you're also gonna say, or possibly agree with, if that 40-year-old has more experience and has a better understanding of how the world works, then to some degree she would have to adopt some of his values and principles, which comes with a degree of molding to a degree.
Yes, I agree with that. However, there's a caveat to that. Yes, you can mold yourself into, because at that point, you're the helpmate. You are molding yourself into this goal and vision. But that's our goal and vision, as opposed to the 18-year-old being with the 30. You don't know what your goal is. My point is, you have some type of foundation. At 25, you have a foundation. You can mold yourself. Okay, I can see where you're at. I can mold myself into this, but that doesn't make me your entire identity. I think at a younger age, you lose your self of identity and start adapting to the identity that your mate wants you to be. I don't think that happens at 25 years old.
Well, you know what's funny? Is that throughout history, even to this day, I hear a lot of women talk about this identity. Oh, she loses her identity. Well, what identity are you really supposed to carry into a marriage when two people can become one flesh? Where's the identity then?
You become a union, but that doesn't mean that you need to lose your sense of self. You're a union. You bring your sense of self, he brings your sense of self, and you come together. What? I don't know where you're supposed to just lose in both parties. You're supposed to just completely lose yourself a sense just because you got married and or take marriage out of it. Just because you're in a relationship with somebody. So you're no longer yourself. You no longer have your interests, your goals, your own set of self. I'm supposed to be one. Think alike. No, that doesn't happen.
Well, no. Let's really dive into this, because if you really think about it, if you ask any man, does he want his woman to still think and act the same when he's not around? What do you think he's gonna say? You think he's gonna say, yeah, she can be herself, or I expect her to conduct herself this way when I'm not around?
Say
no. But when it comes to behavior, that's different. When it comes to behavior, at that point, when you're with a union with somebody, everything you do has to be like, okay, how would that make my other person feel, or how make my other person look? That's part of you becoming a union. But vice versa.
Okay, but no, you're right. But you're also, but see, this is the thing. When it comes to you finding a man that you love, honor, respect, and admire, and you look up to, right? At some point, you're going to put his values and his vision and his priorities above anything personal you have. That's going to come first, and then whatever you want to do is secondary or maybe even tertiary. I know, and it sounds messed up to say it like that, but when it comes to you finding that guy, and that guy wants to put a ring on it and claim you as his, then you're going to conform to him. That's just how it goes. Why do you think men name their cars female names? Because you become one with that vehicle.
You become one. That's true. And if you're with the right person, that shouldn't be an obstacle, because at the end of the day, he wants what's best for you, and therefore he's not going to lead you to something else. That's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But it's completely different is that you don't take my input into anything that happens, because
no, I'm not saying that.
My life matters too. Like, your decisions affect me.
Right,
your leadership affects me too, just like me following you affects you. So that's where draw the line where that's where I'm saying, like, you can't lose yourself to self just because you're in union with somebody, and that means nothing. That's not a bad thing. I can follow someone. I can be under your covenant. I can mold myself into a better version together, but that doesn't mean I lose who I was, my sense, who you fell in love with to begin with.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, though, in a way we do. Because in order for you to change and grow, you have to abandon certain aspects of yourself. And you have to, like, you know how people change and they grow and they evolve and they say, oh, well, the old me would have done this. The old me.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So since that used to be your identity, at some point, in order for you to evolve and grow and level up, you have to lose parts of yourself to a degree. You have to lose old ways of thinking. You have to lose old friendships. You have to lose old relationships. You have to lose old habits. Sometimes you got to get rid of your whole wardrobe and change your identity. Reinvent yourself.
You can reinvent yourself, but you still
That's what a lot of these.
You still have the foundation of yourself, though.
True.
You don't reinvent your whole entire personality. Yes, you can repackage it and reinvent yourself to a better version of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can be a better version of yourself, which is what a union can do. You're a better version of yourself, but you're still yourself.
No, and you're 100% right. But what I'm saying is that one of the greatest benefits and unique strengths that an age gap relationship offers is the distance between the experience, because you're coupling with a man who's far above you in terms of experience, wisdom, understanding, his ability to teach you something, his ability to walk you through a situation where you might be getting emotional about it and being able to comfort and console you and say, hey, you know what, baby, it's going to be all right. We're going to get through it. A lot of times the guys that are the younger guys, they're not at that stage yet. So as much as society likes to say, well, you know, you just want this unfair power dynamic, it's a very beautiful thing when it's done the right way.
It is. And it's a double standard because it is more beneficial for the man to be older.
Yeah.
Because of all the things that you just mentioned, as opposed to the woman, as opposed to change the dynamic. When the woman is older and the man is younger, what is the man gaining with this older woman?
Besides experience,
Besides, I think with the age gap experience, I think the age gap, the women definitely benefit more being with an older man, as opposed to the men benefit less being with an older woman. Because
right. And see, you know, I've had a lot of people
to settle with, not being ran through. Settle. I'm talking to settle with, to marry with, to build with. Like what you building with the 40-year-old woman in what you building?
No. I agree with that. I agree with that. But see, I've had people push back on kind of the way I think and how I explain things. And, you know, it's expected. It's just what comes with it. And I've had people say, well, you know, if you had a daughter that was 19 or 20, would you be okay with her dating a guy that's older? And I say, yeah.
Because you already know he's going to be protecting her.
Yeah. Because now it can't be with just any and everybody. Because it's like this. If I'm supposed to lead God and protect my future daughters, because Lord willing, I want 4 kids. I want 4. I want 2 sons and I want 2 daughters. So that way, when I split up the time, we can have our God time and then it's daddy-daughter time. We can trade off. But what I want to be able to implement and set the foundation for with my future girls is having a solid understanding of you have a foundation up under you. There's going to be rules and guidelines that come with it, but it's going to be to your benefit. And I understand that they're not going to always agree because sometimes your kids go back and forth with you too. Well, mommy, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to go to bed now? Why do I need to eat vegetables? They don't understand it in the beginning, but as time goes on and they understand what you're showing them, they learn to appreciate it later. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and one example I can relate to that because I have an older brother. I have an older
Ah, okay.
brother. We're 8 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
8 years apart. I could the things that it was a perfectly okay for my older brother at 16 or 15 to come home whenever he feel like it. To come home at
Yeah.
12 and 1 a.m. and nobody would say nothing.
Yes, sir.
Me?
Oh
I
no.
couldn't do that. My dad, oh my God, my parents would have. I'm like, what are you doing? I couldn't even leave the house. I remember being in high school, being in middle school, and my brother would be going on dates unsupervised. And both my parents, I'm not even gonna say my daddy, both my parents was like, okay, well, your brother's gonna come with you. Well, at that point, I don't even want to go on a date. I don't want my brother to come with me, but he can go. How come he can do it and I can't? And I couldn't understand that. But now that I'm older, okay, yeah, there is a reason why my brother was allowed to come home at 16 years old at 12 and 1 a.m. and I couldn't do it at 16. I get it.
And see, and it's funny you bring that up because I'm the oldest out of 3 kids. So I have a younger brother and a younger sister. And us as the boys, we didn't really have restrictions like that. But when it came to my sister, I always had her with me. So I never put my younger sister in a position of where she couldn't think for herself. She didn't have any sort of freedom or whatever. She just understood that we're the older brothers. We're there to protect you and help you out in times of trouble. But you just got to listen to us when we tell you something. That's it. Outside of that, you have your friends. You go do whatever you need to do. Go do whatever you want to do. But at the same time, I also have a very open line of communication with her to where whatever she's thinking or she's feeling, if she needs advice on anything, it's okay for her to come to me. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. And she's about to be 27 this coming February, and the relationship is still the same. And see, I was able to give her advice and understanding on what types of guys that she needs to be given attention to. Because she came to me one time and told me about this dude that she was talking to. And I told her, nope, don't do it. But she went and did it anyway. Now, did I rub it in her face and get upset about it? Nope. I just stood back, let her make her choice, and then she learned from it. So then when she told me about another guy, she was going down the whole laundry list of all these things that are good about him. I'm like, okay, well, give him a shot. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. So since she wasn't listening to me, I told her, I said, okay, well, if you don't go down there and give that guy a chance, I'm not going to talk to you no more. What? Are you for real? Yeah. And then she did it. And they've been together like 3-4 years now. See what I'm saying? So to tie this all up, even though I'm the older brother, there's a huge age gap between me and my siblings. So even if it's a family relationship, a work relationship, or even a romantic relationship, age gaps offer a lot of insight into things that the younger person has not seen, heard of, or even experienced yet. But like I said earlier, it's a very beautiful thing when it's done the right way. And I'll land it there. Tizzle.
Preach.
Yeah, Tizzle, what you got, bro? I know me. Hey, I know me, Carmen, and Coley we've been hogging up a lot of the talk time, bro. I know you just been chilling in the cut, man.
Yeah, my bad. I just made a beat that was like 7 minutes while y'all was doing that.
Holy.
Let's hear it. 30 seconds.
I mean, if you want to, I mean, but
yeah, we could play it a little bit later if you down. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with
that.
But what advantages or unique strengths do age gap relationships offer that same age couples might overlook? What you got on that?
Same age couples might overlook.
I know you got something, bro.
I know I'm thinking real hard about it.
Don't tell me I got you speechless, man.
I ain't gonna lie, just a little bit.
Okay.
I feel like, which I mean, I could probably be wrong. I feel like they don't really understand. Like I forgot who said it earlier, but I think they don't understand personal problems.
Okay. So wait, which one? The age gap ones or the same age ones? Don't understand personal problems.
The same age one, I say. Like, I forgot what podcast we was doing, but wait, is that that ain't the homie the producer, is it? Nah.
Who, me?
Yeah,
No.
you know, yeah, it's yours to the say. Oh God.
No, I'm just a guy on the internet with some strong worldviews.
Yeah, for real.
But
No,
So,
but,
I
go
can take
ahead
a
and
stab at this.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce Mr. Mo Rebuttal to the panel. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me up. Appreciate it.
like that.
Oh yeah, no problem, brother. So what do you have on the question? What advantages or unique strengths do age gap relationships offer that same age couples might overlook? What you got?
Well, one of the main things you would see in cases of someone, let's say they're 30 and the other person's 18, is a resource. The person who's 30 is going to have way more resources and going to be able to provide a better life for that 18-year-old. So specifically in the case of an 18-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man, let's say that man wants to have 10 children. So the thing that he's going into it is, I need someone who's fertile enough to do that and has the time to do that. So that's what she would provide. And in turn, he would provide superior resources and a life that she's looking to live. Maybe she wants to be a stay-at-home mom and enjoy those 10 children. So those are some big, huge benefits, not to mention the fact that he has a lot more experience. He has a lot more, he's more comfortable in who he is usually around that point. He can lead better. The list goes really on and on. This is also what confuses me about a lot of feminists make the argument of, oh, the 30-year-old man would be taking advantage of the 18-year-old. Well, who exactly is taking advantage of who here? He's the one with all the resources. She's going into it with practically nothing other than just her age to offer. So this doesn't even make any sense to me.
Bang, bang.
Shit like that.
Carmen,
Shit like that.
you disagree?
I do.
Oh,
I'd love to hear why.
I saw your face twisting up a little bit.
Surprise.
Not to rehash anything, but I would love to hear the moral reason why a 30-year-old and an 18-year-old should not be involved with each other.
Morally,
Specifically,
because an 18-year-old has no business being a mother to begin with.
that's not a moral claim.
That is a moral claim.
What is the moral value judgment you're making to say that that is wrong?
That's
what,
a moral claim.
What,
What's the moral
what
claim?
metric
Because
are
you're
you using to make that?
Because you can give birth doesn't make you a fit mother. And morally is wrong because you don't know how to be a mother. How are you going to raise another child when you're a child yourself mentally at 18?
Okay, that's an assertion, but that's not a moral claim. What makes it morally wrong?
It is morally. I'll just answer your question.
What is your
Morally,
definition of morals? How do you judge something moral or not?
Morality.
what's right or wrong?
And how do you judge that?
That's morality. That's what morality is. What is your standard?
Who decides that though? What's right or wrong?
That's a very deep question because if you
Well, no, ultimately it comes down to you can either ground it in something to ground your morals on, or it's subjective, which means it's whatever the collective decides is right.
No,
which said God did.
Morally, you can either, if it's legally, okay, you can argue that. You can follow the instruction. I'm like, well, legally, it's legal, so therefore it's moral.
No, legality and morality are two separate things.
Other part can
completely
be
different.
If you're in a religious relationship,
Very different.
Whatever God you believe in, if you believe in a higher power of any kind, they set the standard for what's right or wrong.
What if the
Some people
power
think
low
it's right
though?
to do. Some people think it's great.
So, are you saying that you ground your morals in a theistic worldview?
Yes, I do.
That's a good word.
You do? Okay.
Uh-oh.
So from
I
a
do.
theistic worldview, then what is wrong morally with a 30-year-old and 18-year-old getting together?
Can they? They can. From
But what's morally
religious
wrong
standpoint-
about it?
from
I'm still not
religious
hearing a
standpoint,
moral reason.
I still think an 18-year-old should have no business being a mother because you don't know. How
don't
is
know?
that right? How is that right? You don't know how to be a parent. You don't know how to be a mother.
But you got to think. Okay, but by that logic, you don't know anything the first time you try it. You didn't know how to ride a bike. The first time you got on a bike, you didn't know what you were doing. The first time you put your shoes
So that
on,
makes it right?
you didn't know how to tie
you
it.
so you should have 10 children by the time you're 21 and know
No,
don't do it, Nick Cannon.
No,
It's a false binary.
No, you had someone that was older than you and more experienced than you show you the way and guide you through it and show you the technique.
Like Neo from the Matrix.
It's the same thing with a father and a mother that are having children for the first time. Neither one of them knows the ins and outs of being a parent until they try and they work together
one
through
parent
it.
is more equipped than the other.
Okay. So if the 30-year-old guy is more equipped, then how would he not be able to assist the 18-year-old who he might want to have 10 kids with?
Wait, huh?
All you have to do is get it right once.
Tizzle's like, wait, what? I said the same thing. I'm like, wait, what? What did you just say?
No, how would the 30-year-old guy not be able to assist the 18-year-old through the first pregnancy and guide her through it and be able to console her and comfort her through her struggles?
Yo.
Because all you have to do is get it right once.
Are we really arguing the fact that an 18-year-old should be a mother? Like,
No, we're arguing the fact of you don't have a moral reason for saying it shouldn't exist other than it just gives you the ick, which is the only everything I've ever heard.
I think it's something wrong with you. How are you?
Okay, please demonstrate that.
How are you going to guide a 18-year-old through pregnancy?
So should an 18-year-old?
You don't know.
Is your claim an 18-year-old is just naive and they don't understand the world?
I'm pretty sure you watched that Teen Mom shit. What the 18-year-old Teen Mom show on TV?
Is that your claim that an 18-year-old just doesn't have a full understanding? They're naive. Is that?
Yes, I think that.
Okay.
Can they?
So under
Should
that,
they? No. So my claim to answer your question is: can they? Absolutely, they can. Should they? No. Because
should is a moral claim.
Okay, well, we'll call it moral then.
But under your logic, then why should an 18-year-old be able to vote to send men to war to die?
Does that make it right?
I'm asking morally. We're talking about morals. You keep saying like, I'm asking morally.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right.
So 18-year-olds should not have the ability to vote then, according to you.
Sure. Why not? I think.
So what is the exact?
I think 18-year-olds shouldn't have the option to enroll in the military.
Okay, so great. So what is the cutoff age? What exactly is where's the magic number where they go from naive to not naive enough to where they can engage in this morally?
I would say in your 20s, at least
in
21.
Your 20s.
Yeah, 21. How about that? So
21.
you're allowed to drink, you're allowed to do all of this. Yeah. So how about we put the 21? You're allowed to drive, vote.
Well,
do everything you want at 21 years old.
So here's the funny thing: if no matter what age you are, you can be naive. No matter what age you are, you can be inexperienced. So if that is the case, if that's your metric to judge morality, then why shouldn't we pass out naive test to get married?
Naive test to get married.
Yeah, how naive are you? If you're too naive, then you shouldn't be allowed to get married, according to what your logic here.
No, you should be allowed to get married when you're 21. Sure, why not?
No, but your criteria that you've stated multiple times is they're too naive and they don't have enough world experience. So why shouldn't we have tests to test how naive you are before we allow you to get married? Because anyone can be naive.
Another word for critique.
A gap, yes, anyone can be naive, but the gap is very different. You cannot just marry somebody at 18 and you're way, way, way older. They don't know what they're doing. That's my
But again, I brought the example of they could turn 18 and work at the strip club.
They can turn 18 and have OnlyFans.
Right,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying.
Like
It
Earl
doesn't
Sweatshirt
make
say,
it
I learned
right.
fast
You're
when I
not
started
setting them
bowling.
up for you. That doesn't make it right. A lot of ones that work at a strip club.
Actually, some of the happiest and longest lasting marriages happens when people are younger. So you would have to contend with that evidence.
Well, I don't know about that evidence, but that doesn't make it right. And I guess
It doesn't make it right to have a long, happy family where grandma's sitting around. They have generations of kids coming in saying, "Grandma, Grandma, I'm so happy to see you." That in your worldview, that would be a bad thing. That would be a morally wrong thing.
I'm saying the 18-year-old as a strip club OnlyFans. I'm like, that doesn't make it because they can. That doesn't make it right.
Yeah. So really what it boils down to is I don't understand because every time I hear this argument, it never has any grounding in logic of why it's morally wrong. It's just, I don't feel it should be this way. I don't think it should be this way. It's just more of this gynocentric worldview where all these women get together and they're angry and they want to impose what gives them the ick or not in other people's lives and what would actually make them happy.
Okay. So I guess at that point, if it's legal, then it's right?
No, I never said that. That's a straw man. I'm asking for a moral reason to walk me through where you're grounding your morals in.
It's
and I'm giving
morally
nothing.
wrong to marry a child just because it's legal in some countries. Should you do it?
If it's
Is
more,
that not
say it
morally
again?
wrong?
Give me that question again.
In some countries, it's legal for you to marry a child bride, and it's legal. Should you do it? Just
Well, once
because you
again,
can?
your morality and legality are two different things.
But in your
So-
view, I'm asking your question. So does that make it okay?
No, I base my view on the Christian paradigm. So I would say no matter what the law says, God's morals are never changing. So even if they come out with a law tomorrow that it's okay to eat people, we would stand against that and say it's morally wrong.
No, yay.
So in God's view, you're okay with an 18-year-old marrying an 80-year-old.
There's nothing wrong with a age gap to the degrees that I listed.
Okay. So you're okay with an 18-year-old marrying an 80-year-old, and I guess you're okay with a 15-year-old marrying a.
Wait,
I never
hold
said
on.
that.
What the fuck?
Now
You said
that's
80-year-old?
now you're going
That's,
too back. Yeah, that's
I
now you're
mean,
going to the
they can.
extreme.
I'm not going to the extreme.
You are.
Yeah,
You're going
yeah, you
past
are.
what I never
Hold
was
on,
even
well,
arguing. I was not even arguing.
You're going.
grandpa status.
Yeah, you're going to the extreme because we specifically said consenting adults. We started
Yes.
at 18, and you had an issue with that, so I raised it. And I said, okay, we'll just do 21 and up.
Okay, so at 18, you're okay with marrying an 80-year-old.
Again,
You're both consenting adults. So
Well,
a
like I
consenting
said-
adult, you're based on consenting adults. So it's perfectly okay for an 18-year-old to marry 70.
well,
And
my
somebody
logic,
who's
but
70.
listen,
Somebody
my
who's
logic,
80.
my logic has been consistent the whole time. I said if they sit down and have a conversation, if they have shared or similar values, and they have similar goals, then the rest will work itself out. That's on them.
regardless of the age gap.
Yeah, so like in that, I'll even grant that. I'll go with that extreme. I'll even grant that 80-year-old and an 18-year-old. Once again, I haven't heard anything morally wrong with that, especially if they're both consenting. They sit down. The guy says, "Look, I'm on my way out. I just want to have someone youthful in my life to like hang out with before my last times." And she's like, "Great, I want all your freaking money, and I think you're kind of fun to hang around." There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing morally wrong with that, and I haven't heard a reason to say the otherwise.
That sounds very transactional. Oh, okay.
Well, all relationships are transactional, though.
Yeah,
they all are.
For real.
That is not based. That is not based.
If
on
you don't
gender
think it's
love.
transactional, then if you get with a guy, then go run around on him and see if he's gonna stick around. There's a transaction that has to be.
Hold on. I got a good ass question. How do you earn love? How do you get it?
How do you earn love?
Yeah, how do you get it? This for anybody. I already got the answer. I could be wrong though. Cause just like Anonymous and you said, we gotta buy everything, right? Like transaction
Love,
relationship is
earning
transactional.
love. I would say if I was going to describe it as that, would be something like over time investing in each other and
Yeah.
then building up that trust and love and relationship over time.
That
so time and
too.
investment.
That too, but it take money too, right?
Well, you could say that time is money, and your investment into that is your resources. You could go with that idea.
Mm-hmm.
My point exactly. So you gotta buy love. I don't give a fuck whoever said or whoever think it's wrong. Like time is money, just like Mo said. Like each relationship gonna be transaction. It gotta be, because I know some of us say 50-50 when it comes to shit or relationships. I mean, it could be 100, whatever you want to call it. I feel like at the end of the day, ain't no partner finna be with a motherfucker who not working or who ain't having income, if that makes sense. I mean, I think it go both ways.
So if it's transactional, then by the point that you're not earning money or you're not providing the lifestyle that you agree with the terms of agreement at the beginning, then there's no way that then I can just leave. If there's no love involved, if there's no for better or for worse, then why get married to begin with? Because I can just leave. As soon as I'm 18 and I'm with my own man at 80 years old or whatever, or I'm 18 or I'm with a 40-year-old man who is rich, I'll do that. 18 versus 40 or 45. Something happens to him, horrible accident, whatever. He can no longer work. He can no longer provide the lifestyle that he promised me at the age of 18. Then I could just get up and leave because I don't love him.
Well, I would argue from a secular standpoint, marriage is kind of pointless to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Damn, you know what?
So nobody should get married at that point. So what's the point?
No, I said secular. I said secular, as in by the state. I was very specific with my words. I said secular.
Secular, okay.
Yes.
So there's no love
by the state. I don't know where you're getting that. Are you curious what I mean by that? Or are you just going to make these assertions without understanding what I'm saying?
Oh no, you know what? You're right. I am curious. What do you mean by that?
So from a secular standpoint, we're just going to go ahead and get married by the state. We're going to have this piece of paper. Great. So it's a legal contract. There's a whole host of issues that come along with that. From a ecclesiastical church marriage, that is where you have foundations. You have the ecclesiastical order in which to guide and structure the framework of the marriage.
Oh, my man talking about Solomon right now. Shout out to Ecclesiastes.
So here's an example of that. In the Bible, you say you go by a Christian paradigm, right, for your morals. In the Bible, let me just ask you something. Would you put any limit on how much you would submit to the Lord Jesus Christ?
And limit? No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't? Great. So in the ecclesiastical order, it literally states you should submit to your husbands as unto the Lord. What do you think that means?
Talk about Bible. I submit to my husband. Yeah, sure. Let's submit.
Okay, so that means you should not put any limits on it.
The Lord.
I did it. I do not have any limits.
Lord.
Okay. All right. I was just checking to see what your viewpoint was on that. Okay.
No, I do not have any limits. It should be God first. God is overall, and then I follow, and my husband should follow God.
Right. As long as your husband's not asking you to, go against anything that would go against the Lord's commandments, of course.
Right.
But I was just curious what your input on that was, because a lot of feminists have hang-ups on that. They claim to be Christians and all this other stuff, but they really have a problem with that whole submittal thing.
They ass be lying. Don't believe none of that shit.
No, I mean I can see why, but whenever I see
I ain't lying.
Whenever I see pushback on that, I just think that women just submit to the wrong man. Because why wouldn't I?
What's hilarious about this is these women who have problems with this is when you get into a taxi cab, you're submitting to that taxi cab that he's going to take you somewhere safe. When you go to work, you're submitting to your manager. You don't go to work and tell your manager what to do. So they're actually fine with submitting in all these other categories of life, but for some reason they have a problem with submitting to the one man that would love them the most and care for them most and have their best interests in mind. But yet they're okay submitting to all these other men because that's what propaganda medias tell them that's what they should do. They should be a boss babe and a bad bitch and don't need no man.
I don't know. Get on. Get on.
Like how
I mean,
no, I think if you're submitted to the right person, you're submitting to somebody who has the best interests in heart for you. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna sub to you.
Honestly, I'm still working things out. You see me on like the Speakeasy channel on Verbal Combat a lot.
I've seen you a couple times.
I've had a few like formal debates. I get around, but I'll be honest with you, I'm still like figuring this whole like creation, content thing. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I just like having discussions with people.
Yeah, I'm the same way, man. I like bringing people together to where we could just have conversations about topics and stuff like that, and giving people a place to
I
just
can't even see your
authentically
face.
be
Take your hat
themselves.
off. Let me see. I can't even see your
Oh
face.
no!
Take
I
your hat
tell you
off
what,
because-
someone I'll raise it a little bit, but anybody
There you
who
go.
wants me to take my hat off, there's a bounty on it. They got to do like a $50 super chat.
Uh-oh.
Basically, what he just said.
Do I have luscious locks of hair, or am I completely George Costanza? Who knows? We'll see.
Pay $50, you find out. He basically just said that's just like asking Rey Mysterio to take off his mask. He's not going to do that.
All right. So does anybody else have anything else on this before we move on?
Yeah. Well, sorry. I just want to come up and have a nice exchange. I appreciate you having me up, but I got to head out.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, real quick, you're more than welcome to pull up on the panel anytime I'm live, brother.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, and if you ever start doing like formal one-on-one debates, let me know.
Okay, cool. Sounds good to me, brother.
All right, take care, guys.
All right, shout out. Yeah, big.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
It's getting married in Justice Peace considered secular?
Yeah, that would be secular. Anything that involves a state, right?
Okay.
So the reason behind the whole like ecclesiastical marriage within the church, the benefits of that is you're not married, so the state has no authority on dissolving divorce. So then it would cut down on things like this, no fault divorce situation. There's a lot of benefits, and also if your wife is willing to actually do that by the start, that she is willing to go with that ecclesiastical order and take part in it and not be adversarial when it comes to it. So you're from the start, you're in better grounds.
Okay, I just wanted to get that off my chest real quick before you left. I learned
no worries.
a lot today.
All right, guys, take care. Pleasure.
All right, big shout out to Mo Rebuttal, man.
Bang,
all right,
bang.
so
Shit
like that. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and keep the conversation pushing. If you're just now tuning in, or if you've been rocking with us the whole time, make sure you give the stream a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow everybody on all their social media sites, and if you want to join in on the live action, click the link that's pinned to the top of the chat. All right, so how y'all feeling right now? Y'all still good?
Oh yeah, I feel like I've been underwater for a little bit, but I'm still good.
Yeah, Carmen look like she got a lot brewing up there in that noggin of hers.
Oh no, I'm just eating my candy.
No,
This is Barry the candy bear. I'm just eating my candy.
Okay. Now I'm just messing with you, giving you a hard time. But we're gonna go ahead and go into
those twists.
You said what? Wait, go ahead, Coley.
No, I'm asking Tilda, does he have any more of those pretzel twists?
Oh no, them bitches gone. I ate them up. This joint fire. Like I was kind of hesitant. I'm like, no, it's blueberry donut flips. This joint.
Yeah, I might have to try those.
Yeah, y'all find up, cop them. Y'all heard it from me first. They definitely good, real good.
All right. So, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. And I got one last video that we're gonna react to before we get on up out of here. Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps
We
on that
we
one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes, Parish. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy tale.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner. And so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the
Stop the
question,
cap.
why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like Coley with that one button. That is bullshit.
All right. So now that we've heard Tracy Ellis Ross's perspective on her being an older woman that dates younger men, begs the question: which age gap relationship dynamic creates a better outcome? A, older woman, younger man, or B, older man, younger woman?
Motherfuckers gonna hate on me. I don't give a fuck.
I think I can answer this. I think it's more beneficial for the older man to be with the younger woman as opposed to your vice versa.
So you're going with B?
Yeah, I'm going with B. I think I just answered it before we were talking.
I'm going.
Yeah, but then you start kind of going back on it. But I got you. All right, Tizzle. Which age gap relationship dynamic creates a better outcome? A, older woman, younger man, or B, older man, younger woman? What you got, brother?
The first one.
Oh, you think that the older woman, younger man creates a better outcome?
Without hesitation.
No. This is good. No, this is good. This is good because I don't expect everybody to just agree. I like this. So go ahead.
I ain't even gonna say that much, but I don't know. I guess I always been that type of person. I guess like with Carmen, I guess I bet it differ if you want to say that. I always kind of been that type. I do like older women, and I'm not older woman, at least around my age, but I feel like older women just way better. I don't even know how to fully explain it, but I feel like if you know, you know. Like,
so how do they produce a better outcome? Like, how would that dynamic create a better outcome?
I feel like because the experience they had, go both ways. Like if they both agreeing, that they age difference and shit. Yeah. As long as they got a plan and a mindset, I feel like it should be good.
So you're saying it works out good either way, or am I hearing that wrong?
No, you ain't hearing that. You ain't hearing that wrong. I'm saying like if both people on the same page, then yeah. But like obviously,
okay, cool. So let's say that I'll give you an example of a possible outcome. Let's say that one outcome is marriage and family. Both sets of people don't have kids. A, older woman, younger man don't have kids. B, older man, younger woman, they don't have kids. Right?
Right.
In order to get to that outcome of marriage and a family, which dynamic works better for that outcome?
Damn, you talking about for kids?
Yeah, marriage and a family. Which age gap relationship dynamic creates a better outcome?
I feel like I gotta say B. I could be wrong though.
Okay, why? Because that's what Carmen said. Carmen said B, no hesitation. She was like, "Hey, this is it."
I mean,
she kind of gave her explanation for it quite a bit earlier, so I'm not gonna have her keep repeating it.
Well, I feel like women gonna do their part by giving out pregnancy, and I feel like the older men probably, well, some not, but at least it's a couple
like that's mature, they're gonna be the one that's gonna be mostly holding all the weight and shit. If that makes sense.
Okay. So do you think that it creates a better dynamic when the man is holding more of the weight, or when the older woman is holding more of the weight? What do you think? I mean, because maybe I could be wrong. Maybe
No,
I'm
you
not
ain't
looking at it
lying. I
right.
mean, hey, I'm gonna keep it 100. Both of them sound good for sure. Like, don't get me wrong, but obviously, it gotta be one or the other. I'm probably gonna still say B. I mean, as much as I wanted to be A.
Well, why do you want it to be A? Let's dive into that.
Gotcha, bitch.
Nah, for real. Okay. No lie. I guess I say that. Because I don't know. I feel like if it's an older woman, like I said in the beginning, they got more experience, like with everything, like relationships, I guess job wise, career wise, and I mean,
Okay,
you know,
so let's say you're the younger man, and like how old are you? Like 22, 23, right?
yeah, 22.
Okay, let's say you're 24. You're dating a woman that's 40. So she brings career and experience and all this stuff to the table. How is that relationship dynamic gonna work when it's time to have a marriage and a family?
I mean, I probably say that because shit, you never know. They could probably motivate you into doing something that you thought you couldn't do. Maybe not the same career they did, but like something different. When that makes sense. Like what it is, finding a better job that's paying so what's the word I'm trying to look for? Like that's a job that's paying like a good amount to where like I guess you can still pay your bills and all that, but still save enough for you. So a sustainable job is that a word? Yeah, sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely that.
So let's say you're with this 40-year-old woman and she comes up pregnant. Do you think she's gonna work harder, or is she gonna want to take a step back?
Honestly, probably want to take a step back. But I mean, some don't though. If they want to go harder, I mean, they could. But at the same time, that probably wouldn't be good enough for their body.
Oh, okay. So
yeah,
then,
I mean, I could be wrong though too.
Right. Oh no, I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just questioning the logic. That's all. So then, how would that create a better outcome than the older man, younger woman?
It probably wouldn't.
Oh, okay. All right, Mr. Coley. Which age gap relationship dynamic creates a better outcome?
Oh man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. You got me with that one. I just thought about
I'm
it.
not even gonna lie. When that question first came up, that was an absolute tough question, because let's look at that, right? Usually, right, the older person would have more structure in in the marriage or whatever. So I'm glad this is basically an age gap broadcast, because normally I would have said C, neither A or B. And the reason being is because like I've grown up, right, to where it's mostly say like there's still an age gap, but it's maybe anywhere between 1 to 3 years. Like how my mom and dad was. Me and my dad continue to rest in paradise. But like the But the thing is, and I know I've been saying this like a broken record all broadcast, is maturity level. Now, I've seen through personal experience where, say, in the first choice, an older woman, younger man scenario, the younger man, and I gotta say, some of the younger men in this generation. Now, when I say this generation, I mean like 21 and up. Like, they have shown a lot more maturity in relationships than what an older woman had.
Mm.
Now that's just through my personal walk. You know what I'm saying?
In a way, I kind of agree.
Now, but there have been situations like in the past where, you know, when I was growing up, like the older man would provide a strong backbone, and what I mean by that is, structure, teachable moments, what's right, what's wrong, making sure like if they have a daughter, make sure they're not going down in hoochie daddy shorts or hoochie mama shorts, rather, excuse me, or respect and all that stuff. And a younger female, excuse me, and the younger female, depending on where their maturity level is, would teach the same would teach the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Now I say that as 50-50 because there are some younger women in today's society where if they see that the man is trying, or they are doing their job, then they will follow they'll follow that example, and they would go ahead and then they go ahead and teach their child the same thing, the rights and wrongs and all that stuff, and if they do want to get ass whooping, you know what I'm saying? But then you have those that and be acting like these wild teens on the Maury Show. Oh, I do what I want. You gotta tell me what to do. And they'll still have that same, and they had that same mentality because why? They haven't had that proper structure in their life, or they haven't had that father figure in their life or whatnot. So, if I absolutely had to choose between the two of them, based off my walk of life, it will more than likely be choice B, older man, younger woman.
And I also say this: if it's an older woman versus with a younger man, they usually don't last. They end up being divorced. We can see that in celebrity. I mean, I can only speak for celebrities because that's what we have to compare it to, because they live their life publicly. But even in celebrities, every celebrity couple that I've seen where the older woman has gone with the younger man, they're not together.
What?
Ashton Kutcher and Demi Moore, they got divorced.
True.
Hugh Jackman and his manager, they had like a 20-year gap, and Hugh Jackman was older. They're divorced now. Aquaman. Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet. Come on now, they're divorced now, and he is actually with someone younger than him. So even in that aspect, they don't last long. Even in those are celebrities, but the if they do get to be married, they don't ever last. That's my point.
What was a marriage that lasted like 5 seconds or some shit? Who was that? Who was that got married for like 5 or 10 seconds and then they got divorced?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. But even if with
I
that,
gotta
and
look that up.
you compare it to the same thing, opposite way, Catherine Zeta-Jones and Michael Douglas, they have a huge age gap, and they're still
married
together. They're still they've been married for years.
That's who I was going to bring up, because I remember looking them up because I found out that they had the same birthday.
They were married for years, and they're like 30 years apart or something like that.
Yeah, they're still rocking, like still rocking.
Yep. Actually, you know what? I take the only marriage couple that I know in celebrity that is
Robin has gone to jail.
Is Kim Kardashian's mom. What's her name? Kris Jenner. Kris
Jenner.
Jenner and actually they're not married. I think they're just boyfriend and girlfriend. Whatever. They're still together.
Oh, and Corey Gamble.
Corey Holt, whatever his name is.
Corey Gamble, that black dude.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah,
I don't
Corey
think they're
Gamble.
married though. I think
No, they're not.
They're together.
It was Dennis Rodman and Carmen Electra. They got married for 9 days.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, but I think stuff like that is like a publicity stunt. That's like PR. That's PR type stuff. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give my take so we can keep the show pushing, because we're gonna be wrapping it up here pretty soon. Which age gap relationship dynamic creates a better outcome? Well, based on the points I've been making this whole show, the answer is clear. B. The answer is clear. B. Like when I have my future daughters, I'll be perfectly fine with it. I'll be raising my sons to be those ideal older men, to where they can be able to provide things to their future young wives if they choose to do that. I can't dictate what they do and who they get with, but I can give them a blueprint. Now, the reason I say this is because when it comes to what both genders are supposed to bring to one another, one has to be earned, the other one comes standard. What do I mean by this? What women bring to the table, it comes standard. Youth, beauty, fertility, right? And attractiveness and innocence. More importantly, it's the innocence. It's the innocent aspect of it. Now, what are men supposed to bring to the table? Masculinity, confidence, leadership, boundaries, standards, strength, wisdom. There's an abundance of things, right? Money, maybe some status. I don't think that's necessarily a requirement, but if you got some bread and you have some other things in place, having your fitness, having your mindset on point, a lot of things like that, those things take time to get, and they have to be worked for and earned, right? Men are not born with resources, status, masculinity, confidence, all those things, leadership, all those things that are supposed to put you in charge of something, you're not born with, right? So if men are supposed to be the leaders, the providers, and the protectors, they have to go out and earn their place in society. That's why homeless men don't get respected, but a homeless woman will get rescued under the right circumstance. See what I'm saying? So even with that, if you put them in the same situation, in the same predicament, the way they're viewed is going to be completely different, right? So a 23-year-old woman that's working at Starbucks is not the same as a 23-year-old man that's working at Starbucks. See what I'm saying? We see the double standards with the memes where you see the black girl working at McDonald's and she's considered strong and independent, but then the man that's working at McDonald's is called broke.
Yep. Yep.
So being that what each gender is viewed for is completely different, men, and we've heard this conversation over and over, men are judged on what they create and what they provide and what they bring to the table. So this is why the older man has the edge over the younger man, right? But on the flip side, what women bring to the table, they're born with, and over time they lose it, which is what gives the younger woman the edge over the older one. Now, to go back to what Tracy Ellis Ross was talking about, she has some valid points. I'll give her that. But the problem with a lot of the way those older successful women think is they think that taking the male path in life of earning income and trying to be a breadwinner and trying to be a leader holds the same weight as a man that does that, and it doesn't work the same way. Because even when they have all their own, what do they still want? They still want a man that's going to provide for them, lead them, and take care of them. So I think that older women that have a lot of success and money, they become victims of it because it limits what they're able to do. And then they end up getting mad and bitter over a Carmen, who was able to lock a guy down, a guy that they think they should have gotten. So the older women that have a lot going on, they'll look down on a Carmen and say, well, why is he going over there? You know, she's uneducated. She's poor. You know, she doesn't know anything. She doesn't have life experience. You know, she doesn't know herself. Why is he going over there? Well, the answer is because what Carmen brings to the table is something that y'all lost a long time ago. Y'all lost your edge a long time ago, and now you're bitter and miserable because she's in a position to where she's making smart decisions and getting a guy before it's too late. But with us, we start off level 0. No money, no armor, no weapons, low health bar, no skills, nothing. All our attributes are on 0. We literally have to build our character up just like on NBA 2K. Like my characters. So the thing that makes us completely different in terms of what we bring, and I'm gonna take a quote from my buddy Myron Gaines. Shout out to Fresh and Fit. Myron said one time, and it made so much sense. He said, men and women are like candles, but a woman's flame burns brighter than a man, but it doesn't burn as long. But a man's flame is very small, but it burns longer. And what does that mean? So the things that make the things that attract things to women are very, very flashy, right? It's easy to get captivated by that giant flame, which is the looks, the beauty, the youthfulness, and all that. But then the thing that sustains you long term is going to be that slow burning flame that never really dies out. If that makes any sense. So when you try to compare the two and look at what both sides bring, it's night and day, but they complement each other at the same time. So when you take A and try to make that be the standard, the older woman dating the younger man, it's going to create a bunch of conflict because the older woman is still yearning for and craving a leader, but the younger man can't lead her because he hasn't put in the sweat equity and he hasn't earned his stripes and built himself up to do so, right? But let's say that younger man does build himself up and earn all the necessary components. Well, he's going to go for somebody that's going to be more likely to follow him, which is going to be the younger woman. So even if you try that, like Carmen said, it doesn't work. Like with the Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher example. Doesn't work. So I think
dude from that 70s show.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't tripping. I'm like,
because you gotta remember, Ashton Kutcher didn't have no kids. And when he got with Demi Moore, she had kids from Bruce Willis.
Damn.
So he got with somebody's ex-wife or baby mama or whatever.
And Bruce Willis got with somebody younger. And they're still together, by the way.
Yeah, and Bruce Willis is going through a cognitive decline and everything.
Mhm. Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah, but
And she's
yeah,
still with him.
still with him, still rocking with him. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and land that there. I think that's my take on that. Does anybody else have anything else on that before we go on to the last question and get ready to get up out of here?
Nerd.
No, sir. That I know of.
All right, cool. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and push the show along and get to this main event question so we can get up out of here, because tomorrow is Sunday. I'm gonna get up early in the morning so I can hit the gym and get some stuff done. So if you just now tuning in, or if you've been rocking with us the whole time, make sure you get a stream a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow everybody on all their social media sites. That's going to be pinned in the comment section and the description. And if you want to join the live action, make sure you click the link at the top of the chat. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the main event. And the main event is this: age gap relationships. Is it biology or is it predatory? There we go.
The main event question.
I think y'all already know what I'm gonna say.
I do too. But
Based on what we've been talking about all night.
But just for shiggles.
It's biology. It's biology when it comes to, and it's a double standard. It's biology when it comes to a woman. It's predatory when it comes to men. Sorry. Because men are always going to have that stigma of you're grooming her, or why are you doing this? There must be something wrong with you. They're going to have that stigma. And in a sense, women do too. But I think men get it more, because women can also be looked as predatory. But again, I think the reason why it's more towards the men is because the men celebrated the fact of getting with the younger woman is a big deal. So that's why, in my opinion. So
yeah, but based on what the younger woman brings to the table, is that a better deal than the older one, or is the older woman a better deal?
The younger one's a better deal. Yeah, we just settled that. Option B is the better deal, obviously.
So then you can't really call the older guy a predator for wanting something that's a better deal by your logic.
No, but if we keep going back in circles to that question, you and Mr. Mo Rebuttal, it's predatory when it depending on the age that you get the women. Sorry, the age matters. An 18-year-old should not be okay.
What were you doing at 18?
I'm not dating a 40-year-old. You for sure.
Stop the cap.
Not dating a 40-year-old. Sure wasn't.
Was he 30?
Sure wasn't. Nope.
Cap.
If y'all really want to know my life, it was
big cap.
No, it wasn't. You know who I was dating at 18? My high school sweetheart, and we were the same age. And guess what? We didn't end up together.
Oh my
I don't know where that.
I wish I could see his face right now.
I know, right? I don't know where I heard that from, but there you go. Yeah, no. I told you at the beginning of the show, I was not the girl in high school whose boyfriend came to pick her up. Whose
Anonymous like this.
It's like this.
Like Molly Ways, you feel me?
What?
For real, like.
No. I can tell you what that's from if you really want to know.
Where is it from? I heard it. I just can't pinpoint it.
It's from Mario Kart Double Dash.
Mario Kart? Is that what it's from?
It's from Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh, okay.
When
I
you
knew I heard it.
Yeah, when you're playing and you lose
Mm-hmm.
a race, like if you're not in the top 3, if you're like 4th, 5th, or 6th, it plays that music when you lose. Yeah.
Oh, I was like that shit was like bow, 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 bow in my head. Like I know I heard that shit somewhere. That's the lose music. Oh shit.
Yeah. Or in this case, when people are capping and trying to sell it and we ain't buying it, we're just sitting like this.
like you be like, damn, that's crazy. You know,
yeah, exactly.
I gotta send you a link to that one video doing that.
We should do some skits. That sound effect.
Yeah, for real. All right, Mr. Coley. Age gap relationships. Is it biology or is it predatory? What you got?
I treaded with caution with the last one and it paid off. I hope I do it again and it pays off. Oh gosh.
Stop the cap.
No, I really did tread with caution with the last one. But nah, Jesus Christ. See, I'm trying to go by your philosophy, Anonymous, where we go by actual factual instead of what it should be. Because what?
Oh, you're talking about arguing morality versus reality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the should be, in my opinion, would be both would be predatory.
Okay.
Because of the fact that men had wanted to be with women that are way younger and stuff like that, and females have done the same thing or whatnot. So that would have been my answer. You know what? Now that I'm actually saying out of my mouth and or whatever, like it kind of does make sense. Like, you know, but I'm thinking because society.
Yeah, Carmen looks unimpressed right now.
Yeah, I know.
she looks unimpressed right now.
But
because
because I only say for a whole complete different reason, and that is because the way society has been labeling this for years. That is biology for women and predatory for men, only because it's only looked at with men predatory because like because of the fact that they're going after younger women or whatever when in actual factual, I say about 75 to 80% of that is actually consensual, you know what I'm saying? Versus the biology with women, it's naturally it's mostly praised that it's female doing something, female's going after a younger male or whatever, and it's like it like it's being celebrated with men, and it's like, this one doing this and da 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 da. Oh, cool! Like, oh shoot, you're the man. Da 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 da. Oh, is she a MILF or whatever? Oh, but there'd be like other situations where, a man would get raped by a woman, and it's like the man would get laughed at. flip the coin around. If a man do that to a female, they're automatically going to court and they're about to be in jail for like 25 to life.
Yeah, but
So-
here's the difference with that though. See, what's interesting about the differences between us is that one of the biggest reasons why we'll never be equal or get the same of anything in life is because there's always going to be double standards. It's always going to be a thing.
Man,
Right?
you know what? I was just about to say that.
It's always going to be that way, right? That's why
Right.
that's
And
why
that's
when
why I
guys
didn't
are
speak.
younger, that's why when guys are younger and they lose their virginity and they get some for the first time, we're celebrating. We're like, "Oh wow, I can't believe it actually happened." Men are men
Like, I really lost my
men are
B-card.
overjoyed. Men are overjoyed to get some for the first time.
See,
And it's often to a older woman, isn't that?
Wait, say that again.
It's often to an older woman. The very first time a man gets some, it's often to an older woman.
No, I wouldn't say often. I mean, it does happen, but
I would say often. The
I wouldn't-
majority of the time, y'all lose your virginity to an older woman.
No.
Is that not true?
Well,
Did you? Okay, how about this?
Yeah.
Let's go around the panel. Anonymous,
It
did you lose your
it
virginity
depends
to
on-
another woman? No,
it
I'm
depe-
asking.
I don't.
Yes
I
or
don't.
no?
I don't have my lawyer present, so I'm not gonna be answering any questions.
Oh, yeah, not present. He do not
That's
speak
true.
present.
Coley, did
He ain't
you?
doing no telling. He ain't doing no
Ain't nobody-
yelling.
Wait,
y'all
hold
lying
on.
at this point.
In the words of the late and great Nell Carter, I would gladly tell you I have nothing.
I ain't gonna lie.
My first time, it was done the absolute wrong way. But yes, I have lost my virginity at a tender age of 16. But the way it was done was wrong because with the help of a friend of mine, I ended up having to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And it hooked me up with an older female that was like maybe 5 or 6 years older than me. So she was for the streets, as they say nowadays. You know,
She belongs to the streets.
and there was and I happened to lose it like on a school morning, like 3-4 in the morning. But buying up. And I did one thing right. I left my house and went to her house, but buying up coming back and I ended up getting caught. Thankfully, I didn't get strongly reprimanded because they asked me questions or whatever, which, you know, I'm not that dumb. Yeah, I use protection and all that. I ain't trying to, you know, get no kid at a very young age, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, yeah.
All right, so my boy Cleaner 409 is in the chat. Big shout out to Cleaner 409. He actually pulled up and joined us on the masculinity show that we did. You know the live stream that we were on where it went like 8 hours.
Shit like that.
Oh,
yeah. Cleaner was on that one. He says younger women are way more often predatory than older men. Oh, younger women have attractive power that they use to get what they want from older men. So when women say it's predatory for men, I laugh. Oh,
I low key said at the beginning of the broadcast. Did I not say that? Cleaner, for real. Seriously.
He also says to Carmen, no, actually that's false. There was a study done by Pew Research that showed only 17% of men in a group of 10,000 lost their V card to an older woman. Most were within a year or two.
Oh, shit.
You want to respond to that, Carmen?
That's awesome. I mean, the general consensus is that Usually men, or the men that I know that I experienced, they always say the same thing. I lost it to an older woman. That's where I'm basing my facts on.
Hey, but you know, but you know what, Carmen? I'll answer your question and say yeah. But here's the thing. Now, hold on. Here's the thing, though. It was when I was 12 going on 13, and she was like 17. So, I mean, it's not like she was an adult. Yeah.
You was 12?
Going on 13.
Wow.
It's middle school.
Oh, my God. That's young. Jesus. She should go to jail.
But you know what though? Y'all two was still.
She should go to jail for that.
Hold on. So, but y'all two was still kids. So you know what? Damn.
Well, I was in middle school. She was in high school.
That's all. Okay, never mind. I'll reserve my judgment. She should go to jail.
Oh yeah. Or should I hit her with one of these?
FBI, open up!
Yeah, hit her with one of those. All right.
Since this is a spicy show, at that tender age, what was your balls fully all the way dropped when you was hitting that 16 or 17-year-old?
You know what? Kind of. Because I was going through puberty at that time when I was in middle school. Yeah. No, and I'm gonna be real with you, because it's like after it happened, maybe like a week later, it was still playing in my head, and it's like it's one of those things where it's like I couldn't believe it, because like when I was younger, I used to get called Steve Urkel a lot. I used to get made fun of. I was real skinny, skinny, scrawny. Yeah, I used to get roasted a lot. I used to have the big glasses and everything. So, yeah, so when I actually got some play for the first time, I felt invincible. Like, yo, I could do anything.
See,
I'm like, yo, I gotta get myself in a position where I could feel this feeling again.
See.
And
nerds unite.
Well, what are your thoughts on that, Carmen?
I don't even know what I think. Okay, I think that was definitely predatory behavior on her part, because 12 going on 13, that's young, man.
She was 17.
Yeah, and hell, what was she doing? She could have get somebody else at 17. Why are you? Oh my goodness. See what I mean? Oh my gosh, it comes all full circle. See what I mean?
What?
12, 17. That's no. Yo, both kids, but that's a huge. You weren't fully there. You didn't even know.
No, but you know what? Contrary to popular belief, I think a lot of us are aware of what's going on. A lot of us are.
And I bet you it happened more than once, huh? You went back, didn't you? With the same 17-year-old. Don't lie.
Nah, it only happened once.
Oh, really? Oh.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I wanted it more than once, but it only happened at one time. Yeah, it only happened at one time.
I feel like the temptation was the temptation is definitely there, but that mentality is like no.
Well, no, and this is this is the difference in the double standard that comes with it. So for us guys, we actually get respected and patted on the back when we get play, but women get shamed when they give it, because it's different. Because for a guy, it's not a guarantee that we're gonna get an opportunity. So we treat every opportunity like it's gonna be the last time we get it. But on the women's side, it's not like that. Yeah, that's why opportunities for marriage are more valuable, because you get guys trying to hit you up all the time, but when that right guy comes along and he offers you that marriage proposal, it's different. Y'all celebrate that. That's why women are so excited to go to the marriage and find out, oh my God, he proposed. Yeah, girl. Yeah, he proposed to me. Oh man. y'all get together, y'all are clapping and cheering and crying and everything else, because opportunities like that don't come often. And for some women, they never get it. Just like for some guys, they die and never get laid.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Why do you think there's
I
never
love
been a
what
movie?
Clear-
Why do you think there's no movie called 40-Year-Old Virgin and it's making fun of a woman? Making fun of a man.
Mm-hmm.
See?
I love what Cleaner is saying right now. The woman immediately disregards that perhaps AB, which is you, was just a good-looking nerd, and the girl was just like, "Damn."
I mean, I guess. I ain't gonna
Good
hide my.
looking nerd at 12 years old.
I ain't gonna hype myself up like that. Hey, but you know what? I appreciate your kind words, sir. Shout out to Cleaner.
Bang, bang.
Shit like that.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
And you
Oh,
brought
see?
40-year-old virgin, and Andy lost his virginity to an older woman. She was a grandma in the movie.
Jesus.
She was.
No, I say Jesus because I remember that.
Yeah, see, even Cleaner understands. For a guy, it's an achievement because we have to work for it. Women can get it any time of the day if they want. That's why the double standard exists. See? See? That's why we can do it and y'all can't. That's why last time when what was it? When we were on the masculinity show and Cleaner was there, I think you had left, Carmen. I think you had left. You might have been there, but I think you had.
I never remember. I was there, and then I had to leave. Yeah, I left like early before.
Yeah, you had to dip, and Athena was there, and we had this debate. It was me, her, and Cleaner, and she was saying that she believes that the woman is the prize, and I'm like, okay, I'll entertain that. I mean, I disagree, but I'll entertain it for the sake of the conversation. And she was saying that she believes that the woman is the prize because, you know, men have to put in work and they have to earn their woman or whatever. And I said, okay, cool. Let's just say I run with that. So if a man has to put in work to earn his woman as the prize, then how many prizes can a man have if he has to earn? And then she just got quiet and tried to dance around it. I'm like, well, I mean, I'm going off of your logic.
No, the man is the prize. I had this debate years ago with somebody, with one of my friends. The man is the prize. I can't marry myself. Somebody has to choose me. And so it's
exactly. It's like this. How can a woman be the prize when she was created to assist a man as the helpmeet? Like when the woman came into the picture, everything else was already established and set up with somebody who was in charge. Right? And then if you actually read the Bible, it actually says in there that it was God's idea that the man not be alone. Adam didn't ask for it. Adam was chilling. It was actually God's idea to create y'all to help us out.
I didn't know that.
There it is.
Yeah, it says it in there. You can look it up. Because it says in Genesis that when God created all the animals and he gave each animal a partner, but then he realized that the man was alone. And that's not what he wanted. He didn't want the man to be alone. So then he decided that he wanted to create a helper that's just for him, because all the other animals had their counterpart and the man didn't. So it says in the Bible that he put Adam into a deep sleep, took out one of his ribs, and then formed a woman out of it. So it's not like Adam was looking for it. He was just chilling on his own. It was God's idea. But, you know, y'all don't got to take my word for it. Y'all can ask ChatGPT or crack the book open yourselves. But Mr. Tizzle Mode, age gap relationships. Is it biology or is it predatory? Shout out to Tizzle.
Okay, is he talking?
I was on mute. My bad. I was.
Oh snap!
Yeah, I was definitely talking a little bit.
Yeah, what were you saying?
I knew he was on mute because we didn't hear him eating anything.
Nah, for real shit. Because I'm usually eating something. Yeah, I feel like it's biology, but it's definitely double standards at the same time.
Okay.
Ooh, interesting answer.
Okay, so elaborate.
Why do you think it's biology?
I feel like I'm kind of like on the side with you and Carmen, which I don't know why. I'm like in between. Because I mean, we probably will get looked at how we get looked at. Not only because we black or we a different race, but yeah, we men and shit. And we'll get marked as this and that, and you know what. But I feel like it really go both ways in a way. But I mean, I don't know. I guess in a way we probably would have it worse. If that makes sense.
How so? What do you like? What are your thoughts on that? How do you think we would have it worse? Like as the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. How do you think we would have it worse? And I can swear I just heard Law and Order playing in the background.
You did.
See, I knew I wasn't tripping.
But yeah. What you say? Explain what again? My bad.
If you're saying that you think it'll make us look bad, like as the guy.
I guess what people mark and claim you as.
Oh, you're talking about like societal judgments?
Yeah. That's a perfect word for that. Societal judgments. I never really thought about it.
You're going back to I think this or no, yeah, you're going back to this. The societal judgments and the stereotypes. Could make it bad on us. All right, Cleaner says male biology doesn't change based on skin color. Men in their 30s, 40s, and older can all look at a woman in her 20s and recognize if she makes his penis hard. It's not rocket science. Yeah, he got a point. He got a point.
Bang, bang.
Shit like that. No funny shit or no homo shit. But like, if you know your thing go up for a fucking shorty, that's a good sign. Not just because motherfuckers thinking like, oh, we trying to get in there and shit. I mean, it's just a sign like we fucking like you and we're attracted to you. That's all that mean. Like,
see, but see, here's the thing though
about that at all.
Right. But see, based on Cleaner saying that just proves that it's biology and not predatory. Look, Carmen's eyes popped up real quick when I said that.
Yeah. She is wishing that she had the same button that I have right now.
Oh no, you know what? Real quick, if y'all actually want to step y'all's game up, y'all are gonna have to actually invest in one of these.
I do. And I was actually looking for that on Amazon earlier this week. It really was.
This is actually
what is it?
Hold on.
Stream Deck.
Let me write that down. See, Stream Deck.
What does it do?
Yeah, we actually take notes on the show, guys. Guys and gals.
That's what the special.
I know that joint. I've seen that before.
Like that's a soundboard or whatever, right? Okay, bet. Got it.
Stop the cap.
All right, so I got that. So I got that written down, so I know what to put on my list. Because I've been needing one of those.
Yeah.
For real.
Now there's 3 different ones. So I got the one that's in the middle. I got the 15 button one. They have a 6 button one, and then there's one, the XL, that's the 32 button. I didn't need that many buttons. But yeah, when I'm playing these sound effects throughout the show, I'm using this. And so basically how it works is you have to download this user interface thing. Mm-hmm. And when you open it up, that's when you can drag the sound clips in there, and it'll automatically pop up on here. And then you can put a picture on it. You can name it. You can do whatever you want.
Can you change
Hey, you know what? That's smart as hell.
So like customize the sounds or no?
Yeah. So
can you like customize, like if instead of the sound effects that come on it by default, can you change them?
Yeah, you can. It's completely customizable. So you'll notice that a lot of guys that do podcasts that like to, add a little element of entertainment, they have these. Because Fatty, you remember Fatty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fatty has one. Because as a matter of fact, whenever I would be on Fatty streams and you were there, you know how Fatty would always tell me like, "Hey, Anonymous, you might not like kind of don't go too crazy with the sounds," because he has a guy that clips up his live streams for him.
Okay.
That's why. But see, over on my panel,
you can do
sound effects are welcome. So if you want to
all day, baby.
Yeah, you want to contribute something to the show, then I'm cool with it. But yeah, it's called an Elgato Stream Deck. As a matter of fact.
Oh, Elgato.
Yeah.
I need to invest in a microphone.
You know what? Hold on. I still got the box.
Microphone or something to sound clear. Because right now it's just a computer. I don't really do this like professionally.
Hey,
I need to invest in the microphone because I'm getting invited. I'm getting invited to panels, y'all. So I might want to invest in the microphone.
So you can get a Blue Snowball mic, or I would suggest the same type of mic that me and Tizzle got right now.
Yeah, I actually still have the box for it. This is it right here.
Oh, stream. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is what this is. Yeah,
Elgato. Yeah, it says Elgato.
Elgato Stream Deck.
I still got the box for my mic. Oh God, you feel me?
Yeah.
What's your mic? Tinsel, what's your mic? What you use?
Run, get it real quick, bro.
The same one Coley got.
Yep.
What is that? I need to write that down.
It's called Fifine, Fifine.
Oh, okay.
It come with this thing right here, but I got one of them stands. Huh?
It come with a stand?
Yeah, it come with this stand right here, but I got a personal stand my own that you could like clip on your
you got one of those extendable arms where you just screw it on the end.
Yeah,
me too.
Let me show you real quick. See, this is attached to my Western name right here on my TV stand.
Okay.
And I got it attached like this. So when I'm talking, like pretty much I can move it close, so I can move it back or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I got it back
I
now.
might get that. I'm gonna invest.
And here's mine right here too.
Microphone.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's your mic in the background?
Yep, that's it. Right here.
Oh, that does look like the same one that Tizzle has.
Yeah, it is.
I put him on.
Okay.
Because to me that beats the Snowball mic by a mile, and I had a Snowball mic back when it was really popular or whatnot. But when someone told me about this one, I was like, let me go ahead and see if I could cop that one. Sure enough, that shit pristine and everything. I use it for real. I use it for my gaming and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
So Carmen, see you on here with some people that know about how this equipment and stuff works.
Apparently, I don't know, and because right now it's just my my laptop and the speaker. So I was like, I need to invest in a microphone. So I started getting invited to panels and stuff. I was like,
I'm telling you.
Cleaner said AM8 for fine mic.
Oh yeah, yep. That's the but yeah, you better come to us then to go to the Geek Squad at Best Buy.
Yeah, for real.
I bought this bill on Amazon. Really, I was like, I gotta cop this shit.
No, it's crazy because I got this Stream Deck from Best Buy.
Okay.
$55.
Oh, they went down.
Yeah.
They must got them on sale.
No, I got this. I got this a few years ago.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you got.
Oh, I think you're talking about the mic.
No. I got my Stream Deck a few years ago.
No, that's what I was saying. My bad.
No, you good. And then I got this mic because I have a Shure mic.
A Shure mic? What type of mic is that?
Yeah, like a condenser mic, kind of.
Oh, okay. They kind of like isolate the sound almost.
Yeah, with the echo cancellation and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got this mic. I want to say maybe like a few years ago, give or take. I still got the box for it. I'll go get it.
Oh.
I found it. Dang, I see the one he was talking about that's 32, but who needs 32?
How does that connect to? I'm so ignorant. How does that connect to like your computer or something? Is it like Bluetooth?
You talking
like
about the mic?
Yeah, the mic. Like how you?
No, it ain't Bluetooth.
It's
USB.
Yeah, it's classic plug and play. All you gotta do is hook the cord to your USB.
Just plug it up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like if you connecting some wired speakers to a computer, almost same concept.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Carmen, this is the mic that I have.
Excuse me.
Sure mic. Oh, okay. Podcast microphone. Okay. My MV7X.
Now, there's other ones that are more expensive than this one. Yeah, I've seen some where they have the lights going across the top. I actually want to upgrade pretty soon, and I actually want to invest in one of those. So it's like anything that I can buy to invest in what I got going on to make the quality and the overall production better, I'll get it. And see, most people are doing their live streams and stuff on PCs or like Windows laptops. I'm on a Mac. That's what this is.
I'm on the PC right now. Look, I got my whole monitor connected on here, and I'm seeing y'all.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see you.
I got an HDMI to my PC connected to the monitor.
So I got the best of both worlds.
For
real. I'm talking to y'all on the Mac, but over here I got Windows.
Yeah, I got Windows back there. If you look back there, you see that laptop that's right.
Yeah.
And we are Windows guys.
Oh wait, is that old reliable from way back when? Or was that
no, that's not the white one. That was that's the silver one.
Oh, okay.
Because I had the white one that was the touch screen, and then I got that silver one.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, oh snap.
Yeah, so then I got my other mic that I use to record music with. That one that's in the corner, and that's an M Audio Nova mic. That's an M Audio Nova Black. And then I got my laptop right there that I do my music stuff on, and then I have it connected to that TV screen to where I can use the laptop as one monitor, and then I have the other stuff on the other one when I do my engineering stuff. So yeah, nice little setup, nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I'm a sucker for having good microphones and making sure that the audio quality is pretty good. I mean, it took me a lot of tweaking and stuff like that, trial and error to get it right. But I think I'm doing all right. But Carmen, whenever you decide that you want to, set aside and, put together a budget to invest in some stuff, yeah, make sure you invest in a really good microphone, because people can let bad video slide when it comes to a show, but if the audio sucks, people aren't going to listen. They're just not going to.
Yeah, when I started with the whole podcast, I don't have a podcast of my own. I just go on other people's. But but it's always like an audio thing, and I don't. And when you, and it's so funny because when you look at yourself again, like on YouTube or something, and you look at yourself, I was like, damn, do I really sound like that? Why am I sounding like that?
Yeah.
So I was
I think that's what
a good microphone because I don't like the way that I sound when I play myself back.
Right. No, that happens to a lot of people when they hear themselves back for the first time. So it's like you have to get used to hearing yourself.
Yeah, you got some mics that actually have that for you, like the mic me and Coley got. We can hear ourselves. I guess now I see how I feel with ASM artists be doing videos and shit, and I'd be like, damn. Like I know they be hearing they stuff, and I'd be like, I know they probably be trying not to fall asleep either.
I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna tell you personally, like I said, Cody Studios as of this coming up June will be done for like 20 years or whatever, right? Off camera, I've been messing around with a RCA camcorder or whatever. One of those big heavy camcorders that you used to hold back in the day or whatever. Some know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like your audio and your video quality are your both treated equal as important. Like your audio, if your voice sound like you recorded off of a Fisher-Price toy, no one's not gonna listen. Nah, no one's not gonna listen.
Look, hey, baby's first microphone.
Yes, but if your video quality is 144p, hang it up. Which there should be no excuse for that or whatever. Like
right.
But like I can look back at some of my first videos I ever posted on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, it looks like that now. Like what the?
Hey, so Coley, real quick, are you streaming on Wi-Fi or do you have a wired internet connection?
A little bit. Well, through here it's Wi-Fi, but I run my PS5 through a hard wire.
No, I'm saying to do the stream. Because on my computer,
it's Wi-Fi.
I usually run it on Wi-Fi, but I have the wired connection so that the signal strength is stronger when I'm doing these live streams. It's better to do a wired. Yeah, it's better to do a wired connection because you're plugged directly into the modem and you don't have to worry about signal interference.
Yeah, got you. Yeah,
it's called like an Ethernet connection.
Yeah, Ethernet cable. There you go.
Like an Ethernet cable.
Yeah, Ethernet cable.
My work requires me to have an Ethernet cable.
Oh, well, look at that. See, you already you got some knowledge about it already.
No, but that's not the setup. Like because my for work I have to like go into like a little living room area because my Wi-Fi connection there. If I were to have an Ethernet and sit here like comfortably, it will have to run at least 20 feet because. Yeah, it would be a long cable. Can you even do that? I don't even know.
Yeah, because I'm running a 25-footer.
Oh, so they do exist because it would have to be at least 20 feet because my Wi-Fi thing is over there and it has to go run all the way over here if I were to sit.
Look,
Otherwise,
Carmen. Carmen, I'm gonna give you some game right now. Go to Walmart and get you a 25-foot Ethernet cable. Or they sell 50-footers too.
But then how you run that? People are gonna be. I don't want like a whole bunch of wires in my house now.
Well, no. You don't have to. But what I'm saying is if you want to keep sitting in the same spot and having the same setup like how you have right now, then you're gonna have to get that 25-foot cable and then run it somewhere.
I don't like that because then I just look at the whole. So I'm just gonna have a big wire, a long ass wire running across my hallway.
Yeah, but you're allowing your OCD to interfere with you having better quality.
True.
Got a point.
You see what I'm saying?
Ain't got a point when you in a joint.
I ain't gonna lie. I got that big blue wire running across my house. A little tacky as hell, but I say, you know what? I say, you know what? Screw it. I gotta have faster connection.
But yeah. So back to the topic though.
Oh, yeah.
I think in a way, now that I'm sitting here thinking about this, I think in a way it's a mixture of both. On the male side. And the reason I say it's a mixture of both on the male side is because in our biology, we're biologically designed to hunt and spread our seed. So by default, with men being hunters, well, in order for you to be a hunter, that makes you a predator. If we're just looking at like the words for what they really are and the definitions of the words, we're biologically designed to seek things out, right? You have to go out there and get the resources. You got to go out there and get the meat. You got to hunt.
Mm-hmm. Why does that remind me of that line from Coming to America? My son.
I mean, it's the truth.
My son has to go to America and sow his royal oats.
Yeah.
From Coming to America.
Yeah. Now, with that being said, I think that with how us men operate, obviously we're operating from our biology because you don't get to control whether you wake up with a morning wood or not. You don't necessarily control that. That's in our biology. You wake up with it up sometimes. I mean, it is what it is. But that's a telltale sign of a man being in good sexual health. You see what I'm saying? So as long as a man can get it up and be ready to go, then he's gonna have a good, healthy, long life in that department. But in terms of it being on the predatory side, I think that what guys have to do, and this comes from being experienced with women and kind of learning how they operate, instead of the guys actually being the ones chasing, you have to create enough appeal to yourself to where it's like you lure them in. Right? So instead of you actually chasing down the gazelle, all you do is set up a net and like a trap and you catch them that way. So it's just you're changing up your strategy of how you get the women and get what you want in life. So it's still in our biology to want women and to sleep with them, but then you just got to change up your strategy about how you reenact that behavior when it comes to getting them. Instead of chasing them, you just got to either trap them or catch them or attract them to you. That's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think I'm lying, look at the animal kingdom. How did the males in the animal kingdom get to mate with the females?
Animal kingdom, they know what
you got some animals that'll chase them down. You got some animals that'll fight with each other and compete,
like lions.
Right, and then you got
this
some
nigga
animals. Right. And then you got some animals that'll put on a show and attract the female and entice her and lure her in,
like the birds.
Exactly, because that's what peacocks do.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
exactly.
you also have animals that mate for life.
Bird, bitch.
Wait, say that again.
You also have animals that mate for life. You have animals like lions that want, and in the pride, they take the woman and they kill the other lions and they kill the lion cubs.
Well, no.
And you'll also have animals that mate for life, like penguins.
I would say
they choose one person and they mate forever.
Yeah, but here's the difference with the lion example, though. The lions don't take it. What they do is this male lion will take out the head of the pride over here. You're taking the throne. You're not taking the females. You're taking over the throne. So you're overthrowing one leader and replacing that leader with yourself. You erase all evidence of the previous leader, and then you establish your own reign. That's how it works.
and then you gain the lioness.
You're not gaining anything. They just
You gain
sit back.
the lioness.
No, they just sit back and wait to see who wins.
Yeah, they sit back and wait to see who wins, and then the lioness that lay down with the original king that you, the original lion that you overthrown, gets the new lion.
Hey, as to Cleaner's point, two animals fight, and the female says, "Oh shit, that one won." That's a little scary, but ain't no other animal gonna mess with me if I get with him. As to your point.
Yeah, see, Cleaner says women want apex predators for men, generally speaking, not sexual predators, but yeah, the hunter. They want a man that slightly scares them, but scares every other MFer around her, so she knows she's safe. See, Cleaner. Hey, look, as much as Cleaner is sounding off in the chat, he has not told one lie yet. Cleaner has not said any lies thus far. But yeah, I think that it's a little bit of both. Now, in order for you to be good at what you do, you have to fine-tune your strategy and hone your hunting skills, right? Because no one wants to go on an adventure with a bad hunter that doesn't know what he's doing. So in order for you to get the best results, that means you have to be like what Cleaner said. You have to be an apex predator. So I think,
not the video game.
Right. I think that women are deep down attracted to a guy that has hunter and predator type traits.
It's because they are.
Yeah. That's why they want a guy that's
it's
super
some of their
dominant.
darkest secret.
Yeah, they want a guy that's dominant, that can take control, that can assert that can assert his authority, flex his masculinity from time to time. Tell Carmen to calmate.
Didn't I say that? Oh, I don't remember.
Tell Carmen to calmate when she's being salvaje.
People are scrambling to that closed caption.
Well, I think that comes from more of the protectiveness on our biology. As women, we are the weaker vessel. So yeah, we are attracted to the fact that to the man that can protect us, therefore the man who is more of a predator. Yeah, I think that comes from our biology, though.
So then,
not that we're attracted to the fact that he's a predator, not that aspect, as in he's a predator, he can protect me.
Yeah, but watch this though. Women don't mind being looked at like a piece of meat from a man that they're attracted to. That's that predator. That's that predator in him hunting that meat down.
That too is in the animal kingdom.
I think they do mind when it comes to, I'm like, okay, you can't, I like you, but I'm more than just a piece of meat.
No, y'all don't mind it if it's a guy you like. Y'all don't care.
That's not true.
It is. That's 100% true.
No woman likes to feel like they're just a toy, even if it comes from the man that they want to be with. Like at some point, it'd be like, all right, bro, I'm more than just a little sex toy. I'm a person.
So why is there such thing as strip clubs?
Uh-oh.
No Grand Fado.
And those women are not in love with you. That's why. Those women are that's a transaction really. You are there to throw money. You are there, and I mean, they might tell you that they're in love with you.
They be like, bye puta. Then they go ahead and forget ya.
Yeah. They're gonna sit there, they're gonna do tricks, tips, whatever, gonna split it open, they're gonna split whatever it is open. As long as you pay them.
Hey, they gonna
and as soon as you stop paying them, they're gonna be like, oh, nope.
Hey, they gonna roll up on Tizzle, sit on his lap and call him Papacito.
Hey.
That is
They gonna call him Papacito. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I gotta go. It's been a good show though, but I gotta go.
All right, you about to head out? All right.
Gotta head out, y'all.
All right.
All right, peace. We gotta hit you with the Will Smith for the one time.
Oh yeah.
This isn't good for your back. I brought this on myself.
Good luck to Georgia.
Yeah, for real. All right, guys. So, anybody got anything else on that topic? Or y'all want to see?
I could think
No, except that was spicy and I like it.
All right, so Cleaner says
good,
something I never understood about women is that some of them say they want to be the leader, but you bend them over your knee and spank that ass, and they spout like a waterfall. Yeah, see?
Bang. Shit like that.
He ain't lying, bro. He ain't lying though.
Cleaner,
But
you coming here next week.
Yeah, for real.
Cause you just been hitting shit left and right. Like you've been batting 1,000 all night in those comments. I swear.
Nah. Cleaner's a good dude, man. Cleaner's a good dude. He's the one that was there on the Masculinity Uncut show that we did, where we're talking about whether men are predators or misunderstood or whatever, or do men lack self-control, or are they misunderstood? Yeah, he was on that show.
He's fucking awesome.
Oh no, yeah, Cleaner's cool. As a matter
awesome.
of fact, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna step away. I'll be right back.
Oh, he's about to bring him on. Hold on. Hey, if you see a Pokemon montage, we know why. But yeah,
he got a Pokemon card. My boy's going crazy. You know, just to
I pay attention to people and animals, basic stuff.
Like a
People overlook so much. Yes, absolutely, I agree with that statement right there. But because I mean, like me. See, me. I'm a Virgo. Like I sit down and shut up. As you know, what my parents and grandparents would tell me to do when I was a kid. You know, like you just sit down and shut up. And you just observe, you know what I'm saying? And when you pay attention to a lot of shit, you know, you begin to notice everything. So like when you predict a lot of shit, when you predict a lot of shit that comes true, there it is. You know what I'm saying? And I try to pass that shit on to a lot of people. Tills mode. See, Anonymous already has that because he is a Virgo, so you know, like so many people in my circle, I try to pass that on to so they could be that much closer to greatness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of Anonymous,
all right. So real quick, since our boy Cleaner has been sounding off in the chat, I went ahead and brought something up in honor of him.
Oh shit! What you do? He's good and got the 409.
Shout out to Cleaner 409.
409, baby.
Bang.
Now,
Shit like that.
This is in no way an endorsement or a sponsorship. Shout out from the company. All copyrights and rights belong to their respective copyright holders. I'm not claiming any rights to the product. I'm just doing this to simply highlight our buddy Cleaner 409.
Once again, they gonna be like, we need some of that YouTube money. We need that YouTube money. You doing that?
Now they're gonna have to cut me a check and they're gonna have to give 409 some royalties.
Bang.
Shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Non-spons.
Copyright shit. I don't own.
Yeah, for real. Nah, but with that being said, since we're done with all the topics, oh look at that. Yeah.
Rocking that shit.
Hey, my boy was feeling that. Hey, big shout out to you, bro.
That's great.
I had to break out the 409 one time for the one time. No, but with that being said, guys, this has been a very, very, very good, entertaining show. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to close this bad boy out. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and do final thoughts, final shout outs.
I ain't gonna lie. That was a pressure cooker tonight, especially with the icebreaker. Like that shit. Like I didn't expect the icebreaker to last that long. You know what I'm saying? That was like the longest icebreaker that we ever had in the history of the show. But overall the show was awesome. Like it had me to get out of my box a little bit tonight myself, especially with one of the earlier questions. Cause I felt really passionate about it. But other than that, like, you know, it was a great show, and it was a learning experience too. So
okay, cool. All right, so Mr. Tizzle Mode, final thoughts on the show. Hate it, love it. How was the show for you, brother?
I love it. I thought it was cool. I love it. I thought it was cool. Felt like I was back in the school.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
This beat I made go crazy. I know you had it in the back. I heard this shit. Pause.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Nah, but where can the people find you, brother?
On YouTube, my YouTube channel is the same name as the username right here, Tizzle Mode. I definitely will be having new beats coming out this year, but definitely some more and next year, like some good ass beats. So make sure y'all stay tuned to that. Make sure y'all stay tuned to also new reaction videos, gameplay videos, and etc. I'm coming back better than ever. That actually kind of rhymed a little bit, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, Mr. Coley D, go ahead and let the people know where they can find you, brother.
Hey, you can find me on YouTube at Coley D Studios. I'm about to be out of school for break soon or whatnot. So they're about to be a lot of shit on that channel. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I may even have a surprise or two for Mr. Tizzle down here.
Oh, really?
Very good surprises coming up. So stay tuned to the channel. You're not going to want to miss it. For real.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, you got some surprises on the way, brother?
Oh boy, do I. You see Anonymous, and I'm about to give him a hint inadvertently. See Anonymous, you know me for doing videos, but I also do, but also on the other hand, I also do like, you know, graphics and stuff like that as well.
Oh shit, you know, I know exactly what he's talking about. Yeah, he sent me a couple of them bitches go crazy. I was like,
okay.
Yeah. He seen just a preview. I ain't finished with the whole ish yet.
Okay. Hey, well, whenever you get some more stuff done, then let us know. We get we get you up here so you can shout out your stuff, and that way you can get you some promo, man.
Definitely will.
All right. So with that being said, I always have a good time on the show, man. I always have a good time, whether I have 2 people, 3 people. I haven't had a full panel of 10 yet, but you know, striving towards getting there. But I always have a good time with you guys, whether we agree, whether we disagree. All I really care about and like to stay focused on is just having people here so we can just have a conversation. You know what I mean? Okay. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about us having a conversation, throwing our ideas out, and just having a bit of just having a little bit of mental sparring. You know what I mean? It helps us keep our mind sharp. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it helps us keep our mind sharp. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce next week's show. And next week's show is gonna be called Rules of Modern Dating. Can men and women ever see eye to eye? Once again, Rules of Modern Dating. Can women ever see eye to eye?
I think they already know the answer to that.
Yeah.
They already know.
But see, you know what the F up thing about it is? We're not gonna get that question right away. We're not gonna get that question right away.
No, we definitely
yeah. But see, that's the beauty of us having a conversation, right?
That's true.
Because I've said it several times before that, I don't think I'm the smartest man in the world, but at the same time, I'm not the dumbest man either, right?
That's for certain.
That's why I had that quote that I said to myself, I might be a funny motherfucker, but I'm not a dumbass either.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think next week's show is gonna make for some good content, good conversation. And this is gonna be a good question. Can men and women ever see eye to eye?
You know what will be you know what will make the next episode so heated but wonderful? If the three of us, I may regret what I'm about to say, but screw it. If the three of us, Mark, and I can't remember his name right off the bat, but the one who comes off as a hard ass sometimes,
Marte.
Marcy, yes,
yes, sir.
but
what is no? But let me stop.
But all of us versus the ladies.
Oh, like a battle of the sexes?
Yeah, because that's basically what that question comes off.
Battle of the sexes is worse than the battle of the exes.
Yeah. No, but that's something that I might have to set up in the future. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it.
That's what that question is kind of set up as, for real. And if that scenario happens, I want YouTube to give me $1,000 per play. Yeah, wishful thinking, I know, but still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
But with that being said, next week's show is going to be Saturday around between 4 and 4:30 p.m. What's today's date? The 6th. So December 13th between 4 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time is going to be next week's show. Once again, Rules of Modern Dating. Can men and women ever see eye to eye? And it's going to be episode 10, guys. We about to be 10 live panels in. 10 live panels in. And I don't think we have any signs of stopping. Oh, and real quick, here's something that I suggest you guys do. So when you guys get a chance, the website that I'm using to actually do this live stream is called StreamYard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to need you guys to do, y'all don't have to, but if you want to, it's cool. It'll help you out. You can go and create your own StreamYard account. So that way, when I do these live streams and you guys hop in and you guys are going to be, you guys are going to be logged into your own StreamYard accounts. You can actually stream the live stream to your channel as well.
Say less. I was trying to figure out how to do that.
Yeah. So when you hop on here and you can stream it to your channel as well, you guys will have your own copy of the full live stream. So that way you don't have to download it from me. You'll just stream it on your own channel. So that way it starts to help you build a catalog as well. So if you want to make clips out of it, then you're streaming it to your platform. So if people want to watch the whole conversation, they can. You can download it from your StreamYard account. You can chop it up, make clips, do whatever you want with it.
Say less.
Yeah, that's going to help you guys out.
Yeah, I appreciate you for that.
Ain't
For
nothing
sure.
but a
I
word
think
on
the
that.
editing, I gotta get this last video of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, which is gonna be the end. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit took me so many fucking tries to get to the two bosses, especially Kentaro, big fucking tigers looking ass, and goddamn
The dude with the one with the
Shao
four
Kahn.
arms.
Yeah, Shao Kahn, bro. This motherfucker all in the game doing this shit with his fucking shoulders, talking about some like, and then I gotta avoid that shit. Then when I jump in the air, this motherfucker doing that shit in the air, and I'm sitting there like, bro, what the fuck?
No, but yeah. When you guys get a chance, go ahead and sign up and get you guys a StreamYard account. Now there's a free one, and then there's 2 paid versions. I'm using one of the paid versions because I get to do more stuff. You see what I'm saying? So with the free one, wait, go ahead.
Monthly, it's like monthly or like a one-time fee?
No, it's monthly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's monthly. But when you're actually committing to something, it's best to put your money where your mouth is and actually commit to it. You see what I'm saying? Especially if you're getting the value out of it.
Yeah.
You can make it work for you. But yeah, whenever you guys get a chance, go ahead and set you guys up your own StreamYard accounts. And then whenever we come back next week, then I can guide you guys on how to set it up to where you can connect it to your YouTube channel and then you just live stream it.
I bet. It sounds like that sounds like a deal to me.
No, man, I'm telling you, man, I got y'all. But any last thoughts before you go ahead and close it out?
No, sir. I usually do, but I'm kind of feeling a little tired.
Okay, yeah, I need to get me something to eat too.
Yeah, I don't got nothing except those of y'all that are shopping for Christmas, y'all need to go ahead and get your shopping done. Time's running out. Just saying.
All right. For real. Anything else you got, Tizzle? Or you about drained right now?
I'm a little drained. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right. Well, with that being said, y'all make sure y'all tune in next week for the next week's show. And yeah, we gonna see y'all on the flip side. Peace out.
Hey.